Welcome everyone to Shadow over Gloomshire. This is an adventure for Dragonbane by Free League Publishing. In our last session, which was our first session, we had started out by hearing a tale, and this was the tale of or the Legend of Gloomshire, as sung by Bellamy the Bard, and it went something like this. In times long past, our merry town was bustling with people, the richest around. From lands afar came pilgrims, highborne and low, to pay respects to the order of the Blue Rose. Before a god long forgotten, they bowed and kneeled, basked in the glory, their spirits healed. But one day came Morrigan, queen of the night, and brought about a time of spite. Brother fought brother, friends became foes, and so came the end of the Blue Rose. The paladins were exiled, much to their dismay. Now all the folks could do was kneel down and pray. Their prayers were answered. A hero came forth. Her name was Fiona. She drew her sword. She struck Morrigan, the demon, with force divine, and so ended the woe, and the demons resigned. The dark times were over, and evil was gone, but Gloomshire has yet to see a new dawn. Well, we were told that Gloomshire was having some troubles, and so we went there to see what we could do. When we arrived, there was a carnival setting up just outside, and the guards seemed a little bit perturbed that they were drawing people out of the palisade around Gloomshire for this carnival. And when the guards announced that it was time for the doors to close, we helped usher the townsfolk as well as the carnival workers into the town. The doors closed, and we watched as Stygian wolves began to prowl in the woods around Gloomshire, and we realized it was a good thing we brought the people in. And we were told that strange things have been happening here. The dead had been seen wandering the woods. These strange Stygian wolves had popped up, and many of the people in town were living in fear day by day, with no hope in sight. In fact, the scion of the Van Walden family, a young man named Conrad, had not been seen for some time, and they were looking to Conrad. You know, he's the aristocratic leader here in town. He should be leading us, but he's not. He's not even here, and no one knew where he was. So we went a few places. We went to let me take us to Gloomshire. We went to the Slippery Fox Inn, and there we had the opportunity to meet some townsfolk. We met a woman named Brenda who said that her husband Jurgen had been missing, and he had gone to work in the cemetery, which was to the north of the town, through the woods. He'd been hired by Conrad to go and do work at an old building there. Called it the Temple of the Blue Rose, and we'd heard the Blue Rose in the Bard's Tale of Gloomshire. But we told her we would do what we could. Well, we also happened to go to the Von Walden mansion, and there we found no end of trouble. There was no one home, and going in, we saw a scene that looked like no one had been there for quite some time, and we went up to the tallest tower, and there we found a study where we found a snuff box with KVW engraved on it, presumably Conrad von Walden, as well as many documents and writings that seemed of a fell nature, perhaps rituals or something to try to bring someone back, and that someone was named Morrigan. And we had heard the name Morrigan as well in that legend, and it sounded like Morrigan was a demon, and if Conrad is trying to bring Morrigan back, that could be very bad. Well, in the basement of the Von Walden mansion, we found the rest of the Von Walden family in caskets. Well, at least two of them. The parents of Conrad, and they were vampires. We destroyed Edgar Van Walden, but his wife, Lise Van Walden, fled, and presumably is not gone, but merely waiting for the opportune time to strike. The other caskets were empty. Whomever was in there was gone. We went to the village square. There we saw a well that had been dry for some time, and peering down we saw a winged horror that came up and attacked along with skeletons, and we fought them off. We went down into the well, and we saw that there was a passageway that seemed to lead to the north. Perhaps this leads to the cemetery. Perhaps this is where those skeletons came from, or where those vampires left. Before we left, we went, some of us, to the barracks to go and tell the guards what was going on. There's vampires in town, and the guards didn't seem to care. It seemed like they're in the employ of the von Walden family, so why would they take any objection to there being vampires? They're paying their bills. They didn't seem to mind. And we figured these are crooked guards. They're maybe trying to keep the people here for a reason, and if we can rid them of this shadow that looms over Gloomshire, we can make this a happy community once more. We went into the Chapel of Light, and there we met Minerva, a priestess, and she told us of the Order of the Blue Rose. She said that it was an old sect of paladins led by Fiona, and they had a temple to the north of Gloomshire, and it is said that the demon Morrigan came and tried to lay waste to the area, but Fiona destroyed the demon at the cost of her own life, and the paladins of the Blue Rose left with the death of Fiona, but now it seems that maybe Conrad von Walden has brought back Morrigan, and so we find ourselves in the middle of a terrible conflict here in Gloomshire. Now, where we left off was down in the bottom of the well. We had climbed down there, seen that tunnel that headed north, and that's where we stopped. So let's pick it up right there, and let's jump to Flavius. So Flavius, what's your feeling on what we should do next?
Well, I'm a young cat person, but we know where they came from. I would like to see what is going on in that tunnel, and post-haste, really.
Does anyone object to trekking through this tunnel? It's very small. You'd have to crouch to get through there, but it's not impassable by any means.
What about if you're really short?
Yeah, then you don't have to crouch at all. In fact, it's probably quite homey for the frogs.
No, I don't object, and in fact, I think I'm very excited by it, the prospect.
Anyone want to stay back, or do we all go together? I think that's the call to adventure.
No, I think this is best if we see this through.
Yeah, Zaba wants to get to the bottom of this and
see
what's going on up there.
It is dark in this passageway. Who goes in the lead? In other words, who faces the danger first, should we run into something?
I do have an oil lamp. That may be useful.
I think I'd have to go first.
Yeah, do we let the tank go first?
Yeah.
With the light
I'll
behind
follow
you,
behind.
Probably with your shield raised and your axe in hand, Makander crouches low, and Pio behind, whispering encouragement while that feeble light of the oil lamp glows behind you. And you traverse down this passage, and it wends and bends to the left, to the right, but ever going in a northerly direction. And let me have Makander give me an awareness roll, and I'm going to have Pio give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Makander, do you want to push that roll?
Yeah, not with a 6.
Yeah. So you're trying to watch, but you're ever mindful of the smells, the sights, and everything. But Pio spots it first, and Pio, you notice that there are a lot of marks on the inside of this passage. It looks like something has tried to dig its way out. Claw marks all along the side, and they look roughly like 4 fingers and a thumb. Someone has been coming through here and clawing, and we suspect, these skeletons were in here. Maybe they've come this way. But many of these look fresh. Like these claw marks are relatively recent.
I'll relay this to the rest of the party, and tell Makander to steel himself, because it seems like there might be foul beasts afoot ahead of us.
Not foul, F-O-W-L, like Makander, I hope.
Yeah, no.
Perlin. You're curious, is this some sort of subterranean beast that burrows and moves? But looking at it, you see that this is not a coordinated scratch mark, something purposely trying to dig in a direction or to burrow. This looks like things coming by and just perhaps scraping their bulk or their hands along the side of the wall, or maybe in some areas they just begin to dig a few inches and then give up. There's no side passages or anything like that. No attempt has been made to remove the dirt that has come from there. If it were a burrowing animal, typically it's pushed behind it, but it looks like it's just kind of in a pile on the ground that you have to step over. So you don't think this is a subterranean creature that did this, but perhaps a person or maybe the undead.
Yes, well, I think that it's likely this was made by the undead, so I would certainly keep your wits about you.
That won't be hard since the undead have no wits.
As you get a little further forward, you've probably been traveling for a good 20 minutes or so, and you begin to see tree roots above you, kind of protruding down among the tunnel, and many of them hang down almost like hands reaching down for you, and as you brush by them they scrape through your hair and grab at your cloak. For a moment you feel as though these are purposely trying to grab you, but they're not moving. It's just the strange flickering light of that oil lamp and being in this confined place. But you must certainly be under some sort of forested area. And after a short while longer, the air begins to change, and it starts to smell damp in here, and it gets a little colder. And then you see up ahead of you, Makander, you're the first to spot it. Up ahead in the distance, you see worked stone, as though there's looks like an archway that has been worked in stone and set down here. And beyond that, you see a black space. It's no longer dirt, perhaps a stone chamber up ahead of you, a room of some sorts.
All right, so we should prepare ourselves. We're entering a structure, no longer in the tunnels.
Exciting.
As you
Are we maybe entering inside a mausoleum or something?
give me an
I think so.
awareness roll, if you would, Zaba. You're not sure. You don't see anything that might indicate that this could be, but it's definitely a likely possibility. Do you want to push that as you maybe get a little closer to see what there is to see?
No, I'm already 2 conditions in.
Okay, perfect. You get a little bit closer and you see that Zaba is correct. It does appear to be the inside of a mausoleum. In fact, this looks like this archway was maybe an area where they could have added on to the mausoleum, dug another passageway to put additional bodies. But you come into this mausoleum and it's covered in dirt, as though things have been traveling back and forth through this tunnel. And you can see that there are, set into the far wall, there are 4 large rectangular panels that have the names engraved of the inhabitants. And these look old. Much of them are worn off, filled with dust and cobwebs. But there is to your right-hand side, there are stairs that lead up, and you can see a gate, a wrought iron gate that leads out, and you can smell the night air coming in from that gate. What does Makander do? You're in the lead here.
I mean, I'm gonna at least kind of look around and inspect if there's any recent activity, if I see signs of anything.
Yeah, without even making a roll, you can tell that this has been used recently. In fact, the gate is not locked. You can see that where there would be a lock, it is open, it would take like a padlock, but it is open. There's no lock in place, and you see footprints from here. It looks like maybe old boots, kind of worn in places. This could be whomever works here at the cemetery, the groundskeeper, or this could be something else. But it looks like there are prints here. This has been used recently.
And these don't look like scraping, lumbering. It seems like
No,
kind of
yeah,
normal
yep.
taste.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. I think we just proceed forward out of the mausoleum.
As you come out of the mausoleum, you find yourself in the Gloomshire graveyard. You can all see this, correct? I want to make sure it's not dark for
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
going to be right over here, kind of on the upper right quadrant, in this building, right there. Let me circle it and make sure you can see that.
Yeah, it's hard to see the pings on this
Yeah.
black and white map.
You are right there.
Okay.
Okay.
And as you come out, you see clumps of graves with paths leading to and fro, old worn trees here and there, and looks like to your right you can see a square where there is a statue of perhaps a woman or a child with wings, her hands covering her face. You can see there's a small shack to the north, as well as a pond, a gazebo, and a large building that is in a state of decay. This must be the Temple of the Blue Rose. There's also a very overgrown mausoleum to the west, as well as a massive tree, and even from here, it looks like you can see bodies hanging from the tree. And let me grab our...
Are there any of those great bats about? The giant bats we encountered in the well?
Give me a spot hidden roll. You look around and you see there's a lot of bats, small bats, and maybe nightjars, nocturnal birds as well. There's an owl perched in the tree just over here. Then he's glaring at you, his large bulbous eyes taking in the sight of these people emerging from the mausoleum as if he did not expect this. You don't see any of those large winged horrors that you saw coming up from the well, but there's a lot of activity here. By normal bats that would be out at night. Now, if you recall, that vampire likewise turned into bats. And instantly
yes,
a chill washes over you.
I will remind my companions that we should definitely keep an eye out for any sort of bats that might cause us harm.
Right. Is the shack Bones Hovel? Is that like the groundskeeper's place or something? The what do you call him? The guy who takes care of the cemetery?
Yeah, do you want to get a little closer? The dilapidated dwelling has seen better days. The moss growing on the roof is the only thing keeping the rain out.
I mean, that might be a place to start if there's somebody that
I think that's a great idea.
possibly lives there that maybe has seen Conrad.
Yeah. As you begin to head that way, let me have Zaba make a spot hidden roll. Oh, with a
go.
dragon. Nice.
Nice.
You see a figure. I'm going to post a picture. Right there. You see a figure, and he is dragging something towards his home. And with a dragon, you can see what that something is. They are three, looks like the living dead, three moving and walking things that look like they should be in the ground. And he's leading them towards his home. I'm going to move your token down here.
What ho, good sir? What are you doing there?
He spins when he hears the sound, and his hand instinctively goes to his waist where he has a small wooden club. And he says, "Hey! You're out here awful late. No one comes out here but myself and the dead at night. I'm just tidying up. I am Bones, the gravedigger of Gloomshire. I come here safely. They don't bother me, but Oh, they might bother you indeed. You should go back home.
Why don't they bother you?
I don't know. I think it's because I'm out here so much. They don't seem to mind. I've seen them attack and tear at wild beasts that come in here, but they never bother me. They treat me as one of their own, in fact.
Could I do like a myths and legends roll
Yeah.
to see why that would be?
Absolutely.
I'll use my book that I got.
You've heard myths or tales where sometimes, like a movie with Bruce Willis, you might be dead and not realize it. And you realize it when you look at Bones as he turns around and you see the back of his skull is just smashed in. And by all rights, he should be dead.
Are you feeling all right?
I've never felt better. A bit of a draft, but it's a lovely night. Wonderful cemetery. Everyone's quiet tonight. Except this lot here, I'm just getting them back to bed. They got up and they shouldn't have.
Is that normally, does that normally happen where the dead just get up and act unruly?
Well, for the last couple of months, I suppose it's been more normal than not, but long before that, no, they slept quietly. My job was kind of dull, but now I've got things to do. I don't mind it one bit.
I forget. There was a rumor of somebody that was hired to go to the graveyard.
Yeah, Jurgen. He says, Jurgen, hired out, craftsman. Yeah. Over there at the Temple of the Blue Rose. Been hired by young Conrad to make some renovations to it. Some sort of woodwork or stonework. I don't know rightfully, so I saw him when he arrived. Never did say goodbye when he left. Of course, now that I think about it, I don't suppose I ever did see him leave.
Okay.
Have you seen Conrad around? Supposedly he came down this way as well.
I see him from time to time. I saw him just, what was it, yesterday or the day before he was here. Came out and had a nice chat with old Bones here. Wished me well. Told me I was doing a good job and keep up the good work. Something about having to clear room for his family out here, although I don't know if he's got family in town, but I thought it was just him. His parents died a long time ago, you see.
Oh yeah,
How long
we
ago
we
was
had
that?
heard that.
Oh, years ago. Left him an orphan, they did. So the town's been raising young Conrad, and he's a good lad. Well, I say lad, he's got to be near 18 now. That boy's a man.
But everyone talks about the parents taking walks at night.
Oh, I can't say as I've ever seen it. They don't come here, that's for sure. They're buried not far from here. They're just over there, near the hangman's tree in that grand mausoleum over to the west.
Oh.
Do you mind guiding us there?
Well, as long as this lot here don't mind. And as you get a little closer, those three thralls look at you with hungry eyes, begin to pull away from Bones. Now, come on, lads, come on. And he's got a rope that he's got tied around their necks, kind of leading them in a line. He says, I'll lead you there, but don't get too close. This lot can smell you. You must smell awful nice to them. And he begins to head down your way. And says, come now, let's take a walk. And he gets you to the Wailing Square. And when you get down here, this square got its name from the 4 crypts that surround it. Whenever you cross the square, which is what happens right now, the restless souls within let out terrible screams of anguish. which draws the attention of anyone that could be nearby, both living or dead. And Bones just chuckles. Ah, yeah, there they go again. Don't worry. They've never bothered me here. I'm always okay. And then he looks at you and says, oh, that may not be the case for you lot. Heh, sorry about that. Don't worry. I'm sure nothing will come of it. And he heads down past the square a little bit further down to the road leading up, or the path leading up to the mausoleum. And from here, you get a good look at the hangman's tree. And he points at the tree and says, oh, will you look at that? That imposing oak is the largest tree in the graveyard, and its branches shroud a wide area in shadows. There's bugs and larvae crawling and slithering on the ground beneath this tree. And this tree was historically used to hang the criminals of Gloomshire. But it looks like there's now about a dozen villagers hanging from the tree, but they're not dead. They're reaching up at those ropes and trying to pull the ropes off of the tree. And Bones says, Conrad hung this lot here quite some time ago. The birds were pecking at him for a while, but now they come to life. Strangest damn thing. Look, don't get too close to those either. And you approach the mausoleum. Bones says, out of respect for the Van Walden family, I'll not go inside, but you're more than welcome to. Now, the exterior of the mausoleum is overgrown with ivy that slithers its way under the crack of the door. And the door is shut, but he says, it's not locked. Just push, it'll open.
Thank you.
And he stands back to gesture that it's all yours.
Before we go, out of curiosity, how do people get buried in here if there's just things that you constantly need to stay away from?
Well, we ain't had a burial in quite some time. Seems as though when folks in town die, well, they just show up here. I don't know who brings them. I think they come when I'm asleep. Perhaps during the day. I try to watch the main gate, but as you can see, it needs repair. You look down at the main entrance, you can see that the gates are just smashed down. A couple of them big wolves came in here once. Smashed the gate up real good. Conrad told me he'd get someone around to fix it, but ain't no one come yet.
But this is just for 3 months, right?
Yes, just for the past 3 months. Before that, well, we were stacking them as deep as we could in here. There ain't no fresh ground to dig anymore, I'm afraid, so I tried doing a little work on some of these mausoleums. I figure the families won't mind if they share with another family.
I guess Pio will walk to the mausoleum and slowly push it open and like peek inside.
The doors grind as you open them. And looking inside, you see there's a small entrance chamber with shelves of crumbling urns. And it's a very somber looking place to peer into. And the spider webs are shrouded everywhere in here. And I actually have a map. Let me take us to it. Let me grab your tokens out here. And then I'll take you to the map.
Real quick, I was going to ask the gravedigger. It looks like you've got a bunch of satchels with some flasks in them.
Oh, aye, I do.
What exactly do you have there?
Well, if you must know, it's actually water from the pond. The some of the folks in town, they pay good money for it. It's sluggish, dark water. It's a little bit overgrown, but it provides ample nutrition for some of the strange plants that grow here. Seems like maybe the groundwater, the bodies we bury here, their nutrients seep into that water. And, well, I sell it off to the Slippery Fox. It's where the Gloomshire Ale comes from. That's the secret, you see, is this pond water. It's good stuff.
Corpse water.
Corpse, I guess you could call it that.
I am really sorry I asked. Thank you.
Let's see, who had the oil lamp? Was that
Flavius.
Was that Flavius? Okay, let me equip Flavius's lamp on here. Let's see.
Yeah, like it's not like a torch. You can't put it under your like equipped items. Weirdly enough.
Yeah. I'll give you a lamp here. Okay, and let me take us to the mausoleum. All right, as you come in here, the floors are smooth. There's a little bit of dirt on them, but they're not slick. There's no leaks in here where rainwater's been dripping down or leaking or anything. But this is rather large. This must be the von Walden family mausoleum. And as you step forward, you see a very large dais here, perhaps a pedestal for some sort of statue. And then you see a name written on the side of the statue, and it says Augustus van Walden. So perhaps his remains are buried in here. Now you also see that I've got skeleton tokens, but these are not actual. They're not like moving or attacking. These are just skeletons standing there, and they're unmoving. They look like very fine statues, but they are holding weapons as though they're here to guard Augustus.
You think Augustus is in here?
Yeah, that looks like that's probably where his remains are interred.
Is there any inscriptions or writing on the walls or the tombs?
Yes, so there are writings on Augustus's sarcophagus. As you look at it, you see all of his great deeds, and it sounds like he was a warrior of much renown. All of the list of the people he slew in single combat, and a list of the foes he vanquished at the bequest of the behest of the king, as well as quests that he had gone on, and his great deeds, and the entire circular surface is just engraved with all of these deeds. And there is a magnificent gemstone that is set into the sarcophagus, right where Zaba is standing. It looks like a huge ruby. This thing must be priceless.
Yeah.
Now, McCander,
Watch the skeletons come alive.
McCander, give me a spot hidden roll as you look at these skeletons. You look at them, and they look. They look real. They look like bones, but they're not moving. They don't, turn their head and look at you or anything. It looks like they're standing guard here, perhaps set here to look as though these skeletons are watching over him in undeath, as they were in life.
So they look like almost just like somebody made us. Tied them up. I don't see any kind of twine or anything holding.
Yeah, you don't see anything holding them. Perhaps it's magical. Perhaps that's what's doing it.
You guys want me to shove one of these?
You think it would make sense to smash them and destroy them before we muck around with the tomb?
I could try smashing one right now.
That might be the best way forward if we're going to encounter the fighter in this tomb. He certainly sounds formidable, so perhaps it'd be best to encounter him without the aid of his skeletons.
What if we all positioned ourselves to attack the skeleton right off at the same time?
Well, I suppose I could blow my war horn, and you all would be able. Well, obviously, it would be loud in this mausoleum. May wake things in other rooms as well, but it would aid.
I mean, they're just skeletons, right? We should just be able to smash them.
Sure.
Do you want to
Just-
position it so that you're all next to one and smash them at the same time?
I'm gonna stay in between these two just in case, so Perlin can get away if they do something.
Well, I think that this might be the best thing to do. I think it'd be better to fight these skeletons now than fight them with Augustus.
I mean, I'll try smashing this skeleton right here.
And then, Pio, you're smashing the one up here.
Sure.
And then
Zaba,
Zaba, you're
Why
going
have
for
I
that
been
one?
left alone?
Peel, I can handle these two if you want to help Zaba, or somebody. Yeah.
All right. They're just standing there, so you can make a melee attack roll and add a boon to it because they're not putting up any sort of defense. As long as you hit, then you'll do enough damage to destroy them.
Do we wait for the war horn, or do we wish to remain somewhat stealthy?
Maybe, unless we get in a bad situation, we can refrain from that for now.
Yeah. We don't want to necessarily awake the cemetery.
Nice. 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 And what about Zaba? Nice. So you all managed to hit at the same time, and the bones immediately clatter down to the ground in a pile, disarticulated completely. Now, when that happens, you hear a sound, and it's the tolling of a bell. And at that moment, you hear the grinding scrape and some sort of rumble in the ground deep beneath you. And on top of this column, a figure materializes. It's a warrior, skeletal head, wielding a huge morning star, glistening chainmail shining off of him. And he turns and says, I've been waiting for a challenge. Come and fight the Van Walden master. Let me see if you are worthy. And we will go to the combat tab, and we can all draw cards. Shuffle the deck there. There we go. So if you guys want to go to the two crossed swords in the right-hand toolbar, Pio and Zaba, click on that, and we'll get into combat. All right. Pio, you will go first, and then the Death Knight.
Okay. I think Pio will do that, and this time I do have the willpower points
Perfect.
to try to just jump at him and strike with a boon.
Nice. You fly through the air. Go ahead and make your attack roll with a boon. With the boon. Excellent. And this is with your short sword. This seems to deal less damage than you were expecting. In fact, you know that should have gotten through his chainmail, but he just laughs as your sword almost seems to pass through as it cuts into his chainmail, as though your non-magical sword has little effect on him.
I think Pio will look confused.
The Death Knight will raise its hand and it'll gesture at an opponent within 10 meters. Let me roll to see who he gestures at. Makander. And make sure you're within 10 meters. Yep. Makander, he will gesture at you. This is the Hand of the Dead. This attack will inflict 2d4 bludgeoning. You'll be thrown the same amount of meters away and land prone, and this cannot be dodged. You cannot avoid this. But your armor will be very effective against this. Yeah, so you'll take 5. However, your armor blocks all of it, but you are thrown 5 meters... Oops, wrong toolbar. You're thrown 5 meters away, and you will land prone. Oops, that's 6 meters. And let me mark you as prone. Oh, come on. Perlin, you are up.
Does Flavius want to play his instrument, or Perlin could also go if Flavius plans to do something else?
He was going to play his instrument, so if you want to, that would help. I know you've got a really good spell against him, but you'll go before him anyways, so that would probably
Well,
be...
and I'd rather make that
With
roll with the
Right, yeah.
Flavius,
So-
you're up.
He
I
will blow
probably
his
should
horn.
have swapped with you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's he does have 2 attacks. I believe it's it. Yeah, everybody has a boon. That was the war horns. I need to do 2 more willpower, but there we go.
Excellent. It blasts through the hall, and when you play that, Augustus chuckles and says, "Ah, just in time. I'd like you to meet the rest of the family." And from those shadowy alcoves on either side emerge Lise von Walden and 2 other members of the von Walden family. Lisa
Oh, that one looks
told
nice.
me all about you. We've been waiting for you. And let me draw their cards, because they might go before Makander. I was waiting for some sort of sound to go. Oh, shoot. 2 of them will go before Makander. So let me get back to Flavius.
Is this a fight we can win?
I think so. I think so.
I'm scared.
Maybe. This will grab an opponent, hurl them with unnatural strength. The victim takes 2d6 bludgeoning and lands prone. It's going to go pick up Makander. And so this one will step up to Makander and pick you up. Now, you can try to evade this one. If you have fast footwork, it just costs you willpower, or you can use your action to try to evade this. Otherwise, you will get tossed. Again, your armor is probably going to protect you, but it may get through.
Yeah, I actually can't even see my token right now. It's kind of interesting, but I will. I'll just take the
Why are
toss.
you hidden? Let's see.
There you go.
Okay, now
I'm
we
back.
He's
can
in the
see you.
darkness.
Okay, there we go. You'll just
Yeah.
take the toss. All right, he grabs you,
I'll take it.
and because you're prone, you actually take a little extra damage, but you take a little. You'll be mostly okay. Actually, you kind of took a lot there. You took 6.
Not really.
And then you're
Yeah.
thrown 6 meters, so you actually end up further away than where you started. You end up right there, and still prone. And now this one over here will... Well, actually, I don't know. Let's see what he'll do before I move him up. Oh, he's going to pounce on an opponent and drink their blood. It's going to be either Perlin or Zaba. Let's see who it's going to be. It's going to be Zaba. So Zaba, this vampire, is going to pounce on you to drink your blood. Now, you cannot parry this, but you can evade this. Otherwise, it gets you and starts to drink your blood.
Yep, I did just pick up fast footwork last week, so
It'd be a great time to use it.
Yeah, so fast footwork. Evade. Here we go.
Nice. You can move one square.
Yeah.
And then Makander,
Okay.
it's your turn. I'm going to assume you stand up as your first action, and then you can go ahead and act.
Okay, but I can't move and attack.
You
because
can,
that would
yes.
be-
Nope, you can do both. So standing up is free. It costs nothing. So you can move
Okay,
4
standing up is
squares
free.
and attack.
So I think it's free to use ill-tempered, right?
Yes, yep, it'll just cost you willpower. But so you
Okay.
already get a boon from the song. If you want to spend that now, you can have 2 boons.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and go for this guy.
Nice. Double boons on that guy. So with the boon from Flavius, this is also a good time to consider, if you have a piercing weapon, to do a find the weak spot, which normally gives you a bane, but the boon from the musician will counteract that. That will ignore the armor, the chainmail that this Augustus von Walden is wearing.
So in that case, I would use a short sword.
Yeah, yep, your battle axe
Get
wouldn't be
one
able to
boon.
do that, but your short sword would. And then select find the weak spot. And then add... It should
One.
give you a bane, but you'll add 2 boons to that as well. And then I think it'll take 1 off.
So just take 1 boon, really.
Yeah.
Or I'll see what it looks like if I take 2 boons. and a
Actually,
bane.
yeah, put 2 boons on, because I think it will automatically give you a bane.
Okay. All right, let's take a look.
Did that? Let me make sure that rolled right.
What?
That should have
Banes?
rolled...
It gave you. Oh, you put a bane on there when you shouldn't have. Find a weak spot automatically does a bane.
Yeah, so I think you added a bane. So let me have you re-roll that, and
Okay,
just
so-
put 2 boons, and then select find the weak spot. Because yeah, it looks like you put an extra
Oh, I
bane
see.
on
I
there.
see
So
what
yeah,
happened. Okay.
there we go. That looks better, and that's a hit. Nice. So now roll damage, and that will bypass his armor. And your short sword is not magical, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that will... He'll take half damage.
Just a scratch.
Yeah. So I'm going to give him 3. Nice. Excellent. Zaba, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to use my leaping to leap straight at this guy. The Death Knight. Maybe there, actually. And then bring my silver longsword right down on him.
Wonder what silver will do.
Yeah, and that with the leaping, that gets me a boon, right?
Yep. And then you get an extra boon from the song, so you'll add 2 boons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
And if you're finding the weak spot, just select that, and it should remove 1 of those. So you should roll 2 dice. Oh, yeah, we'll take 5. That's a hit.
Nice.
Very nice.
And he
Damage.
takes the full amount from that, from the
Oh.
silver blade.
Nice.
That's great.
And you see blood spill out of him.
Blood.
Well, undead blood. Old clotted blood.
Oh,
That's what spilled
I
out.
see.
Perlin.
Looks
Perlin's
like
running for
rust.
the door. Perlin's probably low on willpower, so Perlin has awesome spells, but can you use them?
Well, Perlin, if you run towards me, I can take hits for you.
Well, I'm hoping that perhaps I might be able to intimidate these vampires, that they might flee if they know that they might die permanently.
Nice. Roll damage. Yeah, that hits him hard. And let me double check. I think, does that do double against demons and undead?
I will look real quick.
No, just armor and natural armor have no effect. Okay, let me deal that too. Nice. He takes the full brunt of that purge.
And I will tell him that this battle would be unwise. He should flee while he has a chance, as it is not a battle he can win. And really, I'm saying this because I only have enough willpower for a few more spells, but I'm hoping to persuade him to leave.
Give me a persuasion roll. Sorry, I have to go back to purple. With the boon. This is not Lise Van Walden. He's not at half. You see him doubt for a moment after feeling that, but he's going to stay in the fight. This is Lise Van Walden. Steps up to Flavius. And turns into a swarm of bats. And this will... let's see, on its next turn, let me pull some vampire bats out here. So this is the target here. The bats will attack Flavius. Ooh, everyone within 10 meters. That's going to be Pio, Makander, Zaba, not Perlin. So everybody but Perlin needs to make a will roll to resist fear.
With a boon, at least.
With a boon, yep. Flavius is good. So let me have Zaba, Pio, and Makander as well make a will roll with the boon. Excellent. Makander.
I love bards.
Right?
So good.
So good. Ooh. Does Zaba have a condition? Yeah, Zaba is scared.
Yeah.
Do you push that? And Pio, I'll have you make a will roll with a boon as well.
Your only magic weapon, which is scary.
I
Well,
think
I'm
Pio
going
dropped in the chat. Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll push that.
I do have something that can remove those conditions, I think. But
I
it has
think
to be
I'll-
on my turn.
I'll push.
Yeah, I think you took Battle Cry, Makander.
Yeah, so if you don't want to push, I can use Battle Cry to remove that condition.
Oh, but he said to take a fear thing, which
Yeah,
could
I
be really bad.
still have to pass the fear
Oh.
roll though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take intelligence.
Angry would be good, but
Yeah, I'm getting angry.
oh, nice.
With a dragon.
Nice.
Nice. And Pio, let me have you
I
make a
will
will roll with a boon.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still not back yet totally.
No problem.
Will.
So I just click the will
Yep,
and
click
then
will and then add a boon.
Boon. Gotcha.
And yep, you're good. Excellent. We go to this vampire's turn.
Up that boom.
So nice.
Ooh, hypnotic gaze. He's going to move up to here, and it will be any one of you. So let me roll randomly to see who he tries to fix with his hypnotic gaze. It will be Pio. So this vampire fixes its gaze on you and bends you to his will. You must make a will roll with a bane, but you have a boon, so it'll just be a straight will roll. Otherwise, you immediately perform a movement and an action chosen by me. And then you'll also lose your turn in the round, but it's already passed, so you wouldn't lose your turn. And you made it, so you resist his gaze. And now we go to the Death Knight. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the vampire. I clicked on the wrong one.
Oh, okay. That would have been so funny if the Death Knight also
Like,
turned
he
into
turns
bats.
into bats?
I can do it too.
Oh, this one's worse. Okay, this is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
get Zaba, Pio, and Makander. He sweeps his Morning Star in a deadly attack. Everyone within 2 meters suffers weapon damage. So you can parry this. You can parry it or evade it, or you can take the hit. And his Morning Star does 2d8 points of damage.
I'll try to parry.
Yeah. Now, you've already used your action, so you would have to use
Defensive.
Yes.
Can I use fast footwork
You can-
again?
Yep, you can use fast footwork again. And
Okay.
then, Makander, you've used your action, and I don't think you have defensive, so you would probably have to take this, but hopefully your armor can protect. So then, Pio, go ahead and click on your weapon. Yeah, make a roll. Oh,
Nice.
almost a dragon.
It's
Nice.
just the skill of the weapon this time, or
Yeah, because you're not actually going to attack. Or
Okay.
click on the actual weapon if you like, and just
Okay.
it'll make a roll. And you do get a boon on it because of the song.
it has an option for parry. I see. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my shield to
Yeah,
parry.
shield is
That's-
better because your shield can
Yeah.
absorb a lot more damage because it will take
Yes.
damage from this.
Okay, great. Come on. All right. got it.
Ooh, the 8 should get it. All right, so this amount of damage goes to your shield as well as to Makander's body. So 5. So in your shield, the durability is way above that. Makander, your armor blocks all of that. All right, I think we are on to round 2. Makander, you're up first. Oh, and then a whole mess of vampires go after Perlin.
Old Pio's
let's-
last.
Let's try that slash thing again. Okay. The short sword. I got 2 boons and a bane. And actually, can I use? Does anybody have? Because I have the ability of battle cry. Is there anybody that actually would need me to do battle cry?
So the
inspires your
downside
friends.
is this would use your action. You wouldn't be able to attack and do battle cry. So it would cost
okay.
your action.
Then I'll just go for it then.
Oh, I see a dragon. You can do double damage. Make it a click on the critical hit, and then it'll give you the option double damage or a free attack on someone else. Double damage might be a good
I'll
idea.
do double damage.
And then click roll damage.
It's not letting. I click confirm and then there's nothing.
I'll go ahead and click that for you.
Thank you.
Nice. 14 damage to the Death Knight. He will take half of that. Takes 4 dice. So his armor blocks most, and then his body absorbs half of that, as it's not a magical weapon. But he's down below half for sure. Perlin, you're up.
Which of these vampires is the head vampire?
The one down here, fighting Flavius. The one that
She's
turned
really
into a
but
bat
yeah.
swarm. Yeah. So you would actually target the swarm.
Well, if that's the bat swarm, I might target the one closer to me.
Yeah.
And then I will call on my ring to lend me some power as I cast this spell.
Okay. Oh, a dragon. How about your willpower back? That is super helpful. Nice. Okay, massive blow. Now make that persuasion roll again. And you get a boon on it from the song.
I also have fine garments. Does that count for a boon here?
Yeah, I think you're trying to be intimidating, and these are aristocrats, or they were when they were living. I think they would be affected by that if you also look like an aristocat. Yeah, this vampire turns to the swarm of bats and says, "Lise, I'm sorry, I must go." And that vampire takes off, turns into a swarm of bats, and flies up through the top of the mausoleum and out through some unseen vent. You've still got movement, Perlin, if you want to take it.
No, I will stay here as I prepare another purge spell.
Excellent. The swarm of bats disappears, and Lise will attack. Dissolves and transforms into corrosive mist. Menacing wisps of mist wrap themselves around all opponents within 10 meters. This is everyone but Perlin. They'll take d6 damage. Armor has no effect, and you'll all take exhausted. If you already have exhausted, you'll take another condition. This is brutal. I'll say you can avoid the mist, but you cannot parry it. If anyone wants to try to evade that, they can. Otherwise, d6 damage, armor has no effect, and you'll take the exhausted condition.
I will try to evade.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to evade this. That's brutal.
And you do get a boon on your evade. So you can actually move one square if you like, Zaba. And then you used fast footwork. Pio, you're using your action to do this?
Indeed.
Nice. You do succeed. You can move one square as well if you like. Makander, do you push that?
No, I got a 5 evade. I'm not pushing.
That's going to be a little rough. Flavius, what about you?
He is just bravely blowing on this war horn. He's going to take it.
Nice. Flavius and Makander both take 5 points of damage. Armor has no effect. I'll let you guys deal that damage to yourself. Then you'll both take the exhausted condition. If you already have that, take another condition. And now this vampire off to the left will let out a... Well, he's going to step up to here and let out... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did I took
no.
from...
Nope, you succeeded on your... Oh, wait, why did you...
I don't know.
I don't know why you took damage. Let me reverse that.
Sure.
Undo damage. There we go. Yeah, it was just Flavius and Makander. Perfect. Okay, so this one will do mocking laughter. It lets out a terrifying mocking laugh. This is everyone must make a will roll to resist fear. Flavius, you passed. And everyone gets a boon on this. The song is still going. Oh, nice.
Well, these boons have been
boons are so
very
helpful.
clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, musician really is one of the better abilities.
Let's see, I just need... who are we missing? Perlin, you're in the range of this one. I need a...
I think he
rolled it first.
To roll.
Yeah.
Oh, you rolled it first? Okay. Oh, yep, there it is. Excellent. This guy will go again after he laughs and no one finds his joke funny. He will fix his gaze on a random character. Perlin. So he comes up to you, and Perlin, you need to make a will roll with a bane, but it'll be countered by the boon. Yeah, so just a straight will roll. I think you got it. Yeah, you got it. And now the Death Knight. An unlucky victim. This will be... Could be any of you, but I'm going to say not Flavius and not Perlin. They're kind of blocked. But he will gaze directly at Zaba. And Zaba, I need a will roll with a bane, but it'll just be a straight one because of the song.
Bane. Well, I'm already scared, so...
So you'll get a bane regardless.
Yeah.
And, the 19. Do you push that? If not, you'll take the scared condition, but if you already have it, you'll take a different one, and then I'll roll on the fear table.
I already have it.
So it means you'd need to take another one.
Yeah. Either dazed, sickly, or
Yeah.
exhausted, and then I'll roll on the table. Or you could push it. Either way, you're going to take a condition.
Yeah. And I don't know how.
If you push it, you'll have to take 2.
Yeah, if you push it,
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah. Then I don't know that I'd make it. So, yeah, I'm not going to push it.
Okay, so instead of scared, go ahead and take a different condition. And then you are petrified with terror and unable to move. You cannot perform any action, and you've got our magic sword, or our silver sword. You cannot perform any action or movement on your next turn, and you'll make a will roll on each subsequent turn to see if you can act. So, yeesh.
Which condition should I take?
I'd probably take sickly,
Okay.
because the other one's going to affect your ability to evade, and the other one's going to affect your sword. Lise Van Walden will make an attack. She will gaze at, let's say, not Pio and not Perlin. Oh, she will gaze at Makander. Makander, it's a will roll with a bane, but you get a boon, so just a straight will roll.
Well, I think I have 2 boons, right? One from his ill-tempered.
And, yeah, so you will roll it with a boon.
Okay, so 2 boons and a bane, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Net boon. Ooh, you failed. Do you push that?
Yeah, you know what? I will push it. Is it the same 2 boons and a bane?
Yeah,
with the push?
if you just click push, it should do that for you. It'll just prompt you which condition you want. I think you got it. Okay, nice. Let's go to the Death Knight. Power attack. With creaking joints, the wight swings its weapon in a powerful attack against an opponent. This is rolled with twice the weapon's normal number of dice, so 4d8 damage, and you'll be knocked to the ground. This can be parried. This is either going to be Pio or Makander. I will roll to see who it's going to be.
Oh, God, this one's bad. It's like an automatic critical.
Yeah. Oh, it's against Pio.
Oh.
Pio, you can parry this if you like. You've not used your action yet. Oh, no, you have used your
I
action.
have used my action, and I don't have enough willpower, so I will just take it.
Okay. Pio gets whomped for... Oh, that's a lot.
Oh.
Okay,
Jesus.
22. So let's look at your character. So first we'll take off your armor, which is 4. So it hits you for 18. That's so if it's double.
I'm very dead.
Yeah, if it's double your maximum hit points, it's insta death. But this is not. So you would go to like, you're at 11, and we said 18. So you would go to what, -7. So you're just down, but you're not dead. You're down and dying. So yeah, go ahead and mark those off. Perfect. Now, on your turn, we'll kind of talk about what you can do when you're down and dying. You're not dead, but you have a short time to live unless you get some healing.
Alrighty.
Zaba, you are paralyzed. You can make a will roll to try to recover from this. If you pass, then next round you can take an action. Otherwise, you just stand there and watch as Pio gets smashed down to the ground.
Yeah.
Or
Am
as
I
she,
able
as
to-
she croaks.
Am I able to?
I've been saving that
Am
one.
Am I able to speak through paralyzed lips?
Yes, you just
Okay.
cannot move or take an action, but you could speak.
Because I was actually planning on sort of mumbling through my paralyzed mouth, like, "Pio, take my sword," but then this just happened.
Oh, yeah. Darn it.
Damn. All right.
Okay,
I
next
succeeded.
turn you can take an action. As you see Pio fall, that's what emboldens you. Flavius, you've got Lise Van Walden on you. Do you continue to play your song, or do you defend yourself?
He will actually try to just move away. I don't think it's an action to do the evade, right?
Yeah.
For attack of opportunity.
Yeah, not an action. Nice,
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
So you can move away. Yeah, you probably don't want to stand next to the other one.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see how far Zava is. Nice. So he can use his lyre.
Perfect.
As he cries because he's abandoned Pio, he'll play a very sad tune. You do get boons on death rolls still, so that's a thing.
So Pio, you are down. Let's say that you hadn't already used your action, which you did. You would have the opportunity to try to rally yourself. So to rally yourself, it would be a will roll with a bane, but you would get a boon from the song. If you do, you pop back up on your feet. You're still dying. You're still bleeding out, but it's your last, your second wind. You get up and continue to fight on to the death. Anytime you take damage when you have rallied and are still dying, rather than losing hit points, it just counts as a failed death save. And if you get 3 of those, before you get 3 successes, you're dead. If you, on your death save, if you roll a dragon, that counts as 2 successes. If you roll a demon on your death roll, that counts as 2 failures. So you might fail the first time, and then the second time roll a demon, and that's it. You're dead. So you're still very much at risk. But you have used your action. So this turn you can't try to rally yourself. Someone else can try to rally you with just a persuasion roll. Pio, get up, get up. But right now all you can do is make that death roll. So on your character sheet it'll say death rolls, and just click on that, and you can add a boon from the song.
Oh, sorry, that was an accident. I apologize. I was looking at something.
Well, Pio made it. Excellent. So Pio, you now have 1 success checked. If you get those 3 successes, you will gain 1d6 hit points, and you are back in the fight. So you are 1/3 of the way there. So we'll go to the next round. And Zaba,
Oh, thank God.
You can act now, yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run right ahead and charge forward with my sword and try to just thrust it straight into his chest.
Nice.
And do I still get a boon on this?
You do.
Yep, song is still going.
Just 1 boon. Yeah, because I didn't leap. Okay.
And are you going to try to find the weak spot and bypass his armor?
Oh, I forgot to click that. That's okay.
You still got a hit there.
Oh, good.
Nice. Good hit.
14 damage.
Gets through his armor. He is not down, but he's close. The vampire on Perlin. Oops. I don't know why I rolled a 2. There we go. The vampire pounces on Perlin and drinks their blood. You'll take 1d6 piercing. Armor has no effect, and the vampire will recover that amount. You'll also lose 1d6 willpower, and if you're out of willpower, it comes out of hit points. So this is bad. Perlin, you can try to evade this. It would cost you your action, or you can take this hit. There we go. Fast footwork. I know your willpower is precious, but I think you have to do this. Oh, yeah. You can move 1 square as well. And then Makander, your turn.
Okay, sorry about that. I had to mute. My dog was barking. Okay, so find the weak spot. Gives me a bang. Okay.
Oh, do you push?
Yeah, I'm going to push it. I'm going to push.
If you land this blow, this could end Augustus Van Walden, if you roll high enough.
Yeah, now let's go.
Yeah, that should do it. Nice. Roll damage.
No.
I
Not the greatest damage.
I think that, let's see, it's going to do half. Oh, it's not quite enough.
Yeah.
It's close. Whoops, actually, he should have taken. Let me give him back one. I didn't do half. There we go. Very close. The Death Knight's turn. Ooh, this is bad for Pio. Okay.
Oh man.
He sweeps his weapon around. This is going to be just an automatic failed death roll for Pio anytime you take damage. But Makander and Zaba, you can try to parry this. Zaba, you've already acted, so has Makander, so you would need defensive to try to parry this. Otherwise, you're getting hit as well for 2d8 damage.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think I have defensive.
I'm out of willpower points enough for that. I only have 2 willpower points left.
You will both take 9 minus your armor. And Pio, that's going to be a failed death save. Perfect, you've checked that for yourself. So now on your turn, Pio, if you roll a demon, that's the end of Pio. So
Is
now,
it 2 demons though? Since the song get a boon, or
you'll still get you'll get a boon. So you would have to roll double demon, which is pretty tough to do. So that's the Death Knight's turn. Did Makander and Zaba both take the damage?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, Makander's on death's door too.
Pio, it's your turn. Do you want to try to rally yourself?
well, what is that? So I understand the mechanics of it, but does it hurt my chances for getting death saves? Or
no, not for making death saves. What it hurts is then it makes you an active target, and so they may go after you. Whereas this one, you were just kind of caught in the sweeping blow. If you stay on the ground, most enemies will just ignore you unless it's like an area of effect. So it does make you a potential target for other attacks, but it would cost you your full action this round to rally. So next turn you could attack, but you're at high risk right now, so it may be better not to. We've had players that get up and then all of a sudden they get whomped on and die, so it's definitely high risk.
Yeah, the vampire behind you goes next.
Yeah, it would probably
Yeah.
probably attack you.
yeah, I'm trying to think if
Um,
Pio would try to rally anyway.
Would Pio want to switch with Perlin so that he could try and scare these vampires away?
Oh right, I can switch my
Yeah,
initiative.
you don't have to do it now. You can wait, and maybe someone can try and heal you ahead of time. Do you
Yeah,
want to swap
I
with Perlin?
will swap. I will swap. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a great idea, Perlin.
Perlin, you are up.
Perlin will draw a d6 of willpower from his hit points.
Okay, so roll a d6. You'll regain. So wizards can do this.
Oh,
So you
nice.
lose 6 hit points, but you gain 6 willpower. You have to use it right away. So that's a rank 3 purge. And now, if you get a dragon, because you get a boon on this, then you get those willpower back.
Well, I'm going to target the matron in the hopes that if she is significantly damaged, that the lesser vampire will flee as well.
This one down here, she is undamaged. Nice, that is a success. Ooh. Oh, no blood. It's close. Shoot.
Damn.
That was kind of a low roll for rolling 4d10. Could have gotten
Could have
up
been
to
40,
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm not sure. I don't have enough to do my ability, so that will be all, I think.
Okay, this vampire up here.
Unless I can make a persuasion roll, of course.
You can, but I'll tell you, because they're not below half, they're not going to heed you. Unless you roll a dragon, you could try.
You have 2 boons, I guess. Darn.
Oof. Nope. You do succeed. You make a persuasive argument, but they are not listening. With P.O. down, they sense blood, literally. Mocking laughter. This will be everyone except for P.O., because P.O. is not rallied. So yeah, everyone needs to make a will roll.
How many boons do we have?
Just one boon on this. Yep, we're good. We're good. And now Lise goes. Turns into a swarm of bats.
She likes being bats.
She does. I'll give her the bat swarm. I'll do a bat attack. Collective attack. They launch at the player with the highest constitution. What is Makander's constitution? What is Zaba's? It's probably one of you two.
16, so he'll be getting crushed.
Yeah,
at this
mine's
point.
also 16.
Oh, then I'm going to roll randomly between the two of you. So between Zaba and Perlin, or not Perlin, Zaba and Makander.
Mighty Perlin.
Yeah, with his 18 constitution. Who does he go after? Goes after Makander. Oh, okay, Makander. The swarm flies over to you. It's going to hit you for 2d6 damage. Your armor can block this. You've used your action. You cannot parry this one. Your armor blocks it, so you're okay there. But you will need to make a will roll to resist fear. You do get a boon on this.
Okay.
Nice. With the boon. That song is paying dividends. Flavius.
He will continue the melancholy music.
Now, Pio. Do you want to try to rally, or you can just make your death roll?
Let me see. Oh, the Death Knight goes after me?
Yeah.
Probably not great.
So if you get up, he may target you.
And then the bats go again.
Yep.
I guess I'll just make my death roll.
Okay. If you get a demon, your journey ends
So
tonight.
the music has stopped, right?
Sad and melancholy. Flavius is actively crying.
Yeah, no, the music is still going. So yeah, you'll get a boon on this.
Okay, so this will be hard to roll a double demon. Surely I don't roll a double demon.
I've seen it before.
Okay, so that's not great.
No, that's a fail. So one more fail, or if you take damage, that's it. So, oof.
Okay.
Now, the Death Knight cannot... So monsters cannot do the same attack twice in a row. So the last one he did was that sweeping attack, so he can't do that one. So I think you're going to be okay. But you either need some healing, or we need to get these guys off of you. Oh, power attack. Okay, and it won't be you. It's either going to be Zaba or Makander. And Makander can't take this, and probably Zaba can't either, so... we'll see who this goes up against. It's Makander. It's going to be 4d8 damage. You can parry this. You've used your action. You don't have defensive. Shoot.
I think he's dead.
I think you got to take the hit.
Yeah.
So you might be where Pio is at. Let's take a roll.
Beyond.
That's
better
okay.
roll for
that's
you.
Okay, yeah. So your armor...
he's still dead now.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
armor
he's
will
still
block 6 of that. You'll take 4, so that'll put you at 0. So you're down and dying. So you drop, but you're not dead, but you are in the process of becoming dead.
All right. Well, he did his job at being a pincushion.
Did his job. He absorbed a lot of damage, and now it's the swarm of bats. She will revert from the bats and come back into vampire form. I should turn back into a swarm of bats. Okay. Well, back into
She
bats.
really loves being bats. You got to give it to her.
She's done it a couple times now. Let's see what the bat attack is. Mass attack. Oh, this is on all characters within 10 meters.
I'm dead.
So, it
Although,
won't
can
be you if you're
monsters
down.
not do the same attack twice, since that was the last attack she did? Is there any chance
Oh,
that
the swarm
might
of
affect
bats.
this?
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, that was the last attack, so she shouldn't do swarm of bats again. Thank you. Hypnotic. This one's probably better. Going to...
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily. Going to come up here and really wants to get the attention of Perlin and Flavius. Wants to stop that music and stop that purge. And so I'm going to roll to see who of the two of you this is going to be coming after. Flavius, I need a will roll. Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah, no problems. Perlin, you're up.
Well, I will draw out a D4 of willpower.
Okay. Hope you roll at least a 2. You need at least 2 to power your spell. Oh, I got 1. You can use it for a magic trick, I guess, if you have something.
You're not out of willpower, right? You've got a little bit I can see.
Got... Oh, yeah, you've got enough for a spell. What do you do, Perlin? Nice. Okay, now make that persuasion roll. What do you say to Lise Van Walden?
Well, I will try and make it appear that I'm not as weak as I am right now. I will simply tell them that I imagine as these purge spells are cast, the spectral hands rise up from the ground, attempting to pull their spirit into the afterlife. But Perlin will warn them that this is folly, and should they continue to fight, they will forever be purged from this world, and that if they wish to fight another day, now is the time for them to flee.
Lise will turn into a swarm of bats and disappear, as well as the other Van Walden vampire. But the Death Knight, Augustus Van Walden, still stands. Pio, it's your turn. Do you want to move to the end in case someone can try and get some healing on you?
That would be great.
I was wondering if I could switch with P.O.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's get Zaba and the Silver Sword in there. Zaba, you're up.
Okay, take one last swing at this thing's neck and hope it works. I still have one boon, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Push it.
Oh yeah, totally gonna push that. Holy smokes.
Wow.
Oh
What?
my goodness!
What?
That's crazy.
What is this?
No. Oh, Flavius.
Flavius is gonna have to get in there and not smack him for the last bit of damage.
He doesn't have a magical weapon.
Flavius,
the
come
heart.
grab my sword. Take my sword out of my hand and swing it.
Or do
I
you
would
go
love to.
over and try to do a healing roll on Pio?
He has no healing talent. He's an animist now, but he's not learned any magic, unfortunately.
Do we have any healing potions? Did any of us...
No, we're new characters. Don't have any money. Well,
That's
Perlin
true.
might.
Perlin might.
I think Perlin has a potion on him. But he's already gone in this round.
Yeah. It might be on Pio with the boon to hopefully pass that. So,
Oh goodness!
Flav-
Unless Death Knight does sweep again, then I'm just
Yeah, he
Boned.
goes fight. Ugh.
and he goes before me. So
Could Flavius take the healing potion off my person, or would that take
that
an
would be an
action?
action.
It would be an action to take it and could then move over to Pio, but it might be too little too late.
Well, you could have Flavy switch with Pio now so that Pio doesn't go after the Death Knight.
That is true, and you would have your boons still.
Yeah, because if you... Ooh.
It's a gamble. But nobody's gonna be able to heal you, so...
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, if I go, I could try to rally myself, and then if I rally, I could try to move away so that it's not just automatic. I can at least get rolls, so it's not just I automatically die.
Yeah, you'd have to... So then to move away from being like in... It'd be like an opportunity attack. You'd have to make an evade roll, which you get a boon on.
I have a 12 evade as well.
Ooh.
Like I have... Yeah, I'm pretty agile little frog.
Do you wanna swap with Flavius?
That's up to him. It's up to, you know.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Because you'll still have your boon, and you go before him, so...
All right, I'll swap, and I'll try to rally.
Okay. So will roll with a Bane, but you'll get a boon, so just a straight will roll.
Okay.
Oh, and then I need you to do something. Oh, yes. Okay. You get up. You're still dying. I need you to make a Constitution roll. Whenever you, in fact, in Makander, you as well. Whenever you drop below 0 hit points, there's a chance you take a severe injury. And there's a table for that. So let me have both Makander and Pio give me a Constitution roll.
But do we roll with our boon still?
Yes, you still get a boon on this.
Okay.
I get 2.
Okay.
Nice. So no wounds for Pio, and no wounds for Makander. All right, Pio. You're up on your feet. Let me make you no longer prone. You can get up. That's a free action. Now, your action was to rally. Now, you can still move. You'll have to make that evade roll to get away from the Death Knight, or he gets a free attack. And then you make your death save.
It feels like the dragon should do something for rallying. But I don't think
I like that. Yeah, so I'm going to say... I'm going to say it... you'll get an extra boon on your death roll. Because you rallied and there's fierceness. You want to see, even if you die, you want to see Augustus Van Walden die as well. So, or you can take it on this evade as you go to get away. I think rallying yourself.
I'll take it on
you're
this
in danger.
evade.
Yeah, so you'll get double boon on this evade roll.
So if I just the best option for me is to just beat feet, right?
Right.
Just get as far away as possible.
Because another one of those sweeping attacks, and now that you're rallied, you are a potential target for any attack from him. So I think you want to get away.
Just south then, 10 meters, right?
Yeah.
As far as you can go.
4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, hopefully I no die. Let's see.
Give me the evade roll. You get
evade roll, 2 boons.
2 boons on it.
Oh no, here we go. Okay.
Got this.
Wait.
Yes!
We'll take the 4. We'll take the 4. Yeah, I think your armor probably gave you an additional bane on that.
Oh, that? Okay, yeah.
Okay, so now, that's the easy part. Now the hard part is your death save. You get 1 boon on your death save. If you don't pass this, PO expires.
Okay.
Oh! You got it.
Well
with
done.
the dragon, that's 2 successes, so that puts you at 3 successes. You will regain one hit point. But that's way better than what you were at. You are, by the sheer will, you managed to get up and you're like, not today, Van Walden. You step back and catch your breath. Now, Makander, you are down. You can try to rally yourself as well, or you can just make your death roll.
Well, so I think it's the irresponsible stupid thing. I think he's going to try to rally and attack him.
I would always do that. You wouldn't be able to attack this round, but next round you could attack him. It would take your full action to rally yourself. So it's a will roll with a bane, but then you get a boon from the song.
And then he gets another boon from ill temper.
From ill temper.
Okay, so it's a will roll though.
Yeah, will.
Okay, yeah, it's probably not the smartest thing, but
you're a duck. I mean, how smart is Makander?
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah. So you can also get up so that you are no longer prone, which is good. And now you can move if you want. You'd have to make that evade roll, or he will hit you, or you can stay there so that next turn you can wail on him.
I have no evadability.
Now the really bad news is he goes twice, and you are a valid target for him. Let's see what he does. Hand of the Dead. He raises his hand and gestures at an opponent within 10 meters. Could that be Flavius and Perlin? Yes, it sure can. So anyone but Pio. Pio moved away. Ooh, Zaba. He gestures at you. I won't say what the gesture is. This will inflict bludgeoning damage, and you'll be thrown and land prone. This cannot be dodged. So not much you can do. You'll take 7 points of damage. I'll apply that to you. Minus your armor, you take 3, and you are thrown 7. We'll take you 6, and let me mark you prone. Then the Death Knight goes again. Oh, sweeping attack. So, Makander, this is going to hit you. You can parry this if you have defensive, which you don't.
Which I don't.
So this
Probably
is
a better ability to take next time.
This is going to hit you. If it gets through your armor, it'll just count as a failed death save, but it may only stop at your... yeah, your armor blocked it all.
Yep. Okay.
Nice. Flavius, your turn.
Okay. Alright, he will continue his song.
Ooh,
oh, damn.
Death Knight goes first.
But then he was last, at least.
Yeah. Ooh, power attack. This is probably on Makander.
Yeah, good night, Makander.
This can be parried. Now you get this is now a new round, so you can parry this. This if you have a shield, I would use it. This could destroy your weapon. Could destroy your shield. It's going to do 4d8 points of damage.
Okay, so for this with parry, do I roll on my shield or something?
Yeah. So just click on your shield, select parry.
Okay.
And you get a boon.
Okay, let's see.
Yes, so you parry. Now here's the damage. Ooh. 19. Let's look at your shield. It's going to have a durability. Your small shield durability is 15. That's where the DUR period. I'm going to mark that as broken. So he shatters your shield. You can still use it, but now you'll have a bane anytime you try to use your shield. But it likely just saved your life. Now, when you successfully parry, you can move your enemy and yourself 1 square if you like. Do you want to reposition him and yourself?
Alright, so let's
move him down here right in front of Flavius? So he attacks Flavius.
Good luck, cat.
You're on your own.
Let's take a look here. Zalba, can you get to him next turn? Or in your turn?
Yeah, Zalba should be able to get there.
Okay, because my turns are pretty much done. I think I'll just position I think I'll move him 1 more towards Zaba.
Okay.
And then me 1 more with him.
Perfect. Flavius, you're up next.
Would Pio or Perlin like to trade?
Or Zaba? Of course, Zaba
Well,
goes
Zaba goes next, so yeah.
I probably Perlin, right?
I mean, yeah, because you'll go before him, so.
Perlin doesn't have any willpower for his spells, but if you want, he can switch.
I can switch then if you want me to just get back in there. Sure.
Can you topple a white?
Absolutely.
Is that a thing?
Yep, absolutely. That's a great way to beat an armored foe, including a white, is to topple.
Right.
Yes,
And
Perlin
Zaba
does
doesn't
have
have-
a staff, so he could topple
Yeah,
him.
that's what I was thinking. Topple him and then Zaba gets him with a weak spot, and that's like a lot of...
My short sword has topple as well, or something. I don't know. It's one of the options anyway.
Well, Perlin will go before him anyways, so this works.
Yeah.
Everybody jumping on him and trying to knock him over.
So yeah, I have slash, find weak spot, or parry, or sorry, topple. Is there a best one to do here?
If you think you can hit him, find the weak spot's going to be really good. He takes half
He's
damage
almost
from
dead.
non-magical weapons, but he's sitting on like 3 hit points. If you can find the weak
Okay.
spot and deal at least 6, you'll take him out. And
So
did you leap on him to get an extra boon?
I don't have willpower to
willpower?
do
Okay.
so. But is the song still running? Do I get
Yes.
a boon
Yeah.
anyway? Okay. So do I add a boon, or do I just do a straight roll?
No, so add a boon, but you
Okay.
don't. If you do find the weak spot, it will automatically add a bane. So you could just
Great.
add
That's
a boon.
exactly what it.
Perfect.
Ah.
And that's a hit. Now, can you do at least 6 points of damage?
No. I mean, theoretically, yes,
In
because I
theory.
have a D4, and a D8.
Yeah, I think you're
Oh.
gonna at least do 2. But
Let's
hopefully you can
find
do
out.
6.
Or I have a D10
Yes,
and a D4.
Excellent. How do you take out Augustus von Walden?
I run back up and I just barrel into him with the sword and just keep pushing until something gives and he cracks and like falls over.
Yeah, you hear a loud crack of bone as your blade punctures through his rotted sternum. And his eyes grow wide and he falls over, and you know that he is defeated, but he's not gone. He will rise again, probably on the next night, to resume his eternal vigilance. The only way to get rid of him permanently is that purge spell that Perlin has. But we are all in no shape to do that right now. Perlin has no willpower. We've got Makander making death saves. Let's go to Zaba. It's your turn. We're going to stay in initiative until Makander is out of danger. So, Zaba, what do you do?
I was wondering, does fire work to completely kill him?
His spirit has returned down to the earth. You could damage his mortal remains, but it would not be the end of him.
Okay, you need that magic,
Yeah.
that spell.
Or if
see,
you
is
can
there
figure
any-
out what's causing all of the dead to rise here in Gloomshire, that will get rid of them for sure.
Right. I don't have anything. I don't know. Is there anything I can do to help
So
Makander?
you could make a healing roll. You'll have a bane on it unless you have bandages, but we get a
Oh, you
boon
have a
from
bane.
the song, so it'd be a straight healing roll. If you pass, you patch him up, and he's no longer dying.
Okay. I will try to help. Oh.
Yeah, and then I should say, if you get a demon, I'm going to count that as a failed death save as you damage him.
Oh.
But, yeah, so you're not able to help him. You try, but you can't quite find the wound. You're not familiar with duck anatomy. We go to Makander. You've used your action, so all you can do is that death save.
Okay.
And you do get a boon from the song.
I get a boon from ill-tempered in the song, right?
Yep.
So 2. Okay.
Nice. So you're good there. Flavius. Do you keep the song going?
Yeah, I mean, this was a tough battle. I think he's still mourning the death of Pia, which didn't happen, and he's quite in awe of that. So maybe it takes on a more, proud tune, but yeah, he'll keep the music going. He's not a healer.
Okay.
Maybe one day when Perlin teaches him.
Perlin, I think you're out of willpower, but you could make a healing roll on Makander.
Yes, I will do my best to heal him.
You do get a boon. Oof. No, not quite. Do you push that? Yeah. There we go. that will restore 1d6 hit points to McAnder. McAnder, wow, what's with the 1 hit point here? You get 1 hit point back, McAnder, and
That's okay.
we are no longer in danger, so I'm going to take us out of initiative order. And the crypt
Immediately
is...
pull out his pipe.
You fought like lions. Well done.
Sleepy lions, but lions nonetheless.
Felt like a lion.
Is
There's
there?
Treasure.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, I
a...
was gonna say, is there any loot? Because we need money to better equip ourselves with bandages and
Absolutely.
healing potions and things like that.
Now, when he falls, he has a morning star, as well as chainmail that has the Von Walden crest on there. If anyone wants to take the morning star, I think that uses the hammer's skill. If anyone wants the chainmail,
Oh,
I think I'm pretty good with hammers.
no one wants the chainmail. I'll take it.
and then a spot hidden roll, you can loot this mausoleum and see what you find.
Oh. Oh,
Nope.
everything I do has a bane right now.
Flavius,
Are we
managed
all
to-
doing spot hidden?
If you
Oh.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll give it the 1 silver. Uh-oh, McAnder's actually improved his spot hidden. Let me fix that. Skills.
No dice.
Spot hidden. 6. There we go.
Is this a regular Morning Star?
It is. Yep, regular morning star.
Okay.
All right, we find 40 silver coins, a gemstone, 2 copper coins, and these copper coins look very old, like these are maybe mementos for him. A gold bracelet, another 50 silver coins. So actually there is what? 120 silver coins, 2 copper. The gold bracelet, I can tell you the value of it if we want to divvy that up as gold. It is worth this times 10, so 70 gold.
Oh,
So with the 12 silver, that is, so let's see, 70, put this in here, 12 silver, 2 copper, or no, sorry, 120 silver, not 12 silver. Let me put this in the chat. There we go, and then we can, oh, and I forgot to add the gemstone. Let me add the value of the gemstone. There's a table. I can roll to see what sort of stone this is.
Oh,
It
nice.
is a diamond worth 100 gold. So 170, technically 182 gold if we convert silver to gold. If we divide that by 5, that's what? We'll say 55 gold each.
A good start.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's 1 healing potion.
Not bad at all. Now, do we want to rest in here?
There are other entrances that's not terribly secure, but we do need a rest badly.
Yeah, I think a brief rest would be.
Yeah, we could at least do the stretch rest, the 10 or 15-minute rest.
Before we leave, Perlin would like to use what he has left to see if there are any spells upon this ruby in the tomb.
Ah, yeah. Do sense magic. Yes, it radiates magic. And let me see if I've got that in here. I got it. Sorry, I gotta go to my items. Let's see, is it this one? Yeah, give me a Myths and Legends roll, Perlin. You recognize this as a fire elemental stone. And you know that this is a powerful tool in the hands of a wizard or a warrior. That this is known for its versatile uses. Mages can use this as a spell focus, granting an additional 1d4 fire damage to all fire-based spells. Skilled smiths are believed capable of embedding the stone into weapons, imbuing them with magical properties, and weapons enhanced this way become magical and deal an additional 1d4 fire damage.
Oh.
Well, I will pry out the stone if I'm certain there are no traps laid upon it.
Well, spot hidden roll to check for those traps, and then a sleight of hand roll to try and pry that out. I'm pretty convinced there's no traps there. And you struggle to get that out. And you're kind of banging it with your staff, trying to pull it with your fingers. Do you see if some of the others can help you? Maybe they're a little better at that.
Yes, I will say that this stone is of great value. We should take it with us.
Well, there you go.
Oh, nice. Zaba
Here you
goes
go.
over, pokes it with the silver blade, and it just pops right out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not certain that I could make any use of it, as I don't use the spells of fire, but if we were to find a blacksmith, perhaps it could be used to enchant a sword, or it would certainly be worth a great deal of money.
Yes, my sword's already magical, but we could enhance someone else's sword.
It would look magnificent in the hilt of that morning star.
Yes, it would.
Although it is awfully shiny, perhaps I will hold on to it for now.
Start stroking it in your hand. Do we want to do that stretch rest here?
Yeah, mine are grayed out. Should I hit the...
Oh, have you guys done?
I think we did a
I
stretch
haven't.
rest, yeah.
I've not.
Yeah,
Weird.
oh,
A
while
couple
ago.
of us did.
Yeah, if it's not grayed out, you're welcome to use it. Otherwise, we will need to do the full night's sleep, which this is probably not a safe place to do that.
I'll do a round rest. Would that work?
That'll just help you gain willpower.
Yeah. That sounds good.
And then with the stretch rest, you can remove some conditions.
Can I get the chainmail?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to grab the chainmail, just you can pull it from the chat onto your sheet.
Oh, I didn't see it in there.
Oh yeah, let me grab it and I'll pull it onto your sheet. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I'll drop that on there.
Oh, there it was. It was a lot earlier, and that's why I didn't see it. Thanks.
Yep, perfect. And then just unequip your studded leather, and then you can equip your chainmail.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Why don't we take our break here? Let's take about an 8-minute break. When we get back, we'll decide, do we check these side passages? Do we go back out into the graveyard? Is Bones still out there? Let's take an 8-minute break. When we get back, we'll see what else has happened. And I will see you
Sounds
all
good.
shortly.
With two-handed sword, I'm headed to the mountains to rescue the princess from the evil goblin. I ignore all some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity. 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and shoes. Bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in the battle. You win foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down. The DM will Bellamy. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life,
All right, I am back. Sound off if you're here.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I'm here.
Hello. Hello. And Taylor, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Excellent. We are here. Let's jump back in. So we left off. We had some of us had just rested in here. We had looted the crypt of Augustus von Walden. There are some side passages here. We can go back out the north, back into the graveyard. Where do we go? We're pretty badly banged up from our endeavors, but there's still this problem of the undead and the von Waldens. Where is Conrad? Why are his family vampires? Why are their dead crawling around here in Gloomshire? And how do we put a stop to it? What do we do? Anyone have any suggestions or ideas?
It might be good for us to take a longer rest. I'm not sure how much longer many of us can continue.
Yeah,
I
agree. Can we at least see, though, how... Does it look like these tunnels go back really far?
Not too far. They're more long passageways, and on either side it's lined with small recesses where the skeletal remains, or the ashes in some cases, of von Walden family members have been placed. And you see that there are areas for Lise and Edgar von Walden that you have met that were now vampires, and those look like they have been broken open. Probably the caskets that were in the basement of the von Walden house were moved from here to there. But you don't see anything else lurking in here, crawling around. Zaba, give me a spot hidden roll. Nice. As you are rooting around in the passageway to the south, this one down here, you find a large panel that is removed, and you can see a tunnel that goes down in the ground, very much like the one you crawled through from the well to get into the graveyard. There's a tunnel down there. You're not sure where it goes. It looks relatively freshly dug.
That looks like something I feel like I want to be healed up for before I go traipsing around in there.
Yes. Although it has to be said, the Death Knight will come back.
Yeah.
How long of a walk is it to get back to the town?
Well, if you go through the forest, it's probably, maybe 40 minutes or so. If you take the tunnel back to town, that was like about an hour to get here.
I would suggest the tunnel so we don't have to deal with wolves or undead.
Yep, I was just about to say the same thing. I'm pretty sure if we take the forest, we'll be beset by wolves.
I was hoping no one would catch that. So. Do you want to take the tunnel back to town?
I mean, we can come back here in the daytime.
Well, there's really no lighter times. The village of Gloomshire is kind of kept in this perpetual darkness from the clouds and the mist overhead, so the sun never really touches the ground. But it will be lighter and less foreboding during the day hours.
The Death Knight, is it like a 24-hour cycle? Like, do we have 24 hours from now that he'll come back?
Give me a Myths and Legends roll, Pio.
Okay, I will do that with my book.
In some cases, you see it says that they will come back with the dawn of a new night, meaning when the moon comes back up and the sun goes down. Others say it can be anywhere from 6 hours to 12 hours. You don't know, that there's differing accounts, but it sounds like they do come back, and whether that's, a couple hours from now or tomorrow or later, you're not exactly positive. There's no set timer that you are aware of. But you've got at least a couple hours, maybe 4 or 5, before he comes back.
But it could be sooner than we think.
Yeah, and you probably don't want to be here when he comes back at full strength.
Okay, so yes, so we cannot take a rest, then come back and explore unimpeded. That he will be returned by the time we are.
So probably
Ready.
if you want to take that tunnel that you found in here, you probably want to take it now. Otherwise, you'd have to fight him again to get access to that tunnel. But you're not
Okay.
sure even where that leads. That could lead to a dead end, or that could lead to, some other location filled with, the ends of worms and nasty things.
How many people are at 1 hit point?
Like 2.
Yeah, me and Makander.
I don't think we're in any condition to explore.
No.
No, we have to.
We should
have
we
to
should
go
probably
home.
go back.
Yeah, our 2 tanks are running on fumes.
We did our job, I guess.
Yep. Back to the village of Gloomshire. Plus, now we can go and purchase potions of healing.
Yeah.
general
I forgot
store.
tanks don't really work without healers.
No. Let's go back to the village of Gloomshire. I'll take us back there. We come up out of the well, tired, sweaty, muddy, bloody, and it looks like it must be a new day because you see a lot of townsfolk around, and they look as we come out of the well, and at first they clutch themselves together thinking, oh, it's more undead coming out of the well. But they see, oh no, it's those strange travelers that arrived. And they breathe a little sigh of relief, and one fellow comes up and says, so, is the coast clear? Are we safe?
Not yet.
Ah, well, it was too good to be true. Keep up the good work. And he walks off with his head bowed low, thinking, here comes another group of adventurers that will give up on Gloomshire. Where do you go from here?
I need a bath.
Yeah, should we go to the inn?
Oh.
I do notice there are like still 3 spots in town we haven't checked out.
There's the brewery, there's the council hall, odds and ends.
Yeah.
If you want to pick up potions, that would be Grease Store over on the eastern part of town.
Oh no, I think Macander's quite right. A bath would be nice, and Perlin
Yeah,
will start to
do
lick
that
himself.
first. But I do want to check out odd ends later because I'm looking for more explosive flasks. They might be the place that has that. I'm not
That's
sure.
probably the place to find it. You go to the the Slippery Fox, excuse me, and you are met by the proprietor, Esther Emberleaf, and she is overjoyed to see return customers. Oh, you've come back. You survived the night. Come on in. There's breakfast is ready. I've got lots of drinks. Some of our Gloomshire ale, if you fancy, which you now know is made from the corpse water in the pond. Or we've even caught a few mice for you, good sir. And she's got a few fat mice hanging their tails pinned to a line with clothespins that's just near the kitchen. And they're still kind of wriggling, scurrying, trying to get away, but they're just dangling there. If you fancy a bath, I can run you a bath.
I think a brandy and a bath would be perfect.
Yes, a brandy made from Gloomshire ale. Let me go get you one.
No, nothing from
no.
Gloomshire. Do you have anything imported?
We do, but it's quite expensive. I can get you something not from these parts with a bath. Oh, the bath is about 6 copper. Throw in a silver. We'll say for 2 silver, I'll give you a brandy, breakfast, and a bath.
I'll take it.
Excellent. 2 silver, please. Anyone else?
Could I get a mug of pond water and a plate of fried dragonflies?
Yes, absolutely. And she will provide this to you for half a silver, 5 copper.
Thank you.
I need sleep.
Well, I've got beds upstairs with relatively fresh blankets as well. Only slept in for 2 nights.
I think Pio looks a little disheartened, and she's just gonna ask for the bed.
Excellent. 1 silver for the bed, and you can sleep to your heart's content.
1 silver.
And Flavius, you begin to play, and she stops and puts her hands under her chin. My, that's lovely. We don't get music like that around these parts. Everything's always so melancholy and sad.
Well, it is called Gloomshire, but it is nice to bring some light to the place.
Thank you. Tell you what, you drink for free while you're here, good Flavius.
Well, thank you kindly.
Anyone else want a bath? Want to go straight to bed? We'll listen to the locals.
Well, before we rest, Perlin will perhaps take his seat near the hearth, and when Flavius has finished his song, perhaps he will call him over and offer to teach him a magic trick, something to practice while we are resting.
Yeah, that just takes, I think it's 15 minutes to learn a magic trick. You don't have to use an improvement roll on it. Let's see, you've got sense magic, bird song, and
Well,
the
Perlin
light
will
spell.
choose his most favorite of his tricks that he has, and will teach Flavius the mesmerizing light spell. That is one of his favorite, after all.
So Flavius, I will see if it'll let me drag that. No, it won't. I can put it on your character sheet, though.
You are kind to teach me, master.
Yes, that is a good one. Learn it well. It will serve you well in dark places.
Let me give you that one. There we go. Excellent.
I can teach you one other important property of these spells. First, you'll need to grab a cup, fill it with some boiling water, and then dip this little bag into it a few times. Stir it around, and then I will show you its use. And once you're done with that, you will have made a delicious cup of chamomile tea, one of my very favorites, and Perlin will then proceed to drift off to sleep.
Wise and sleepy, I see it now.
Does everyone go do that full rest, or does anyone stay to speak to any of the locals?
I think McAndrew's going to smoke his pipe in the bath and fall asleep in it.
Nice. What about Zaba?
Yeah, I'm going to sleep too. That reminded me, though, I somehow acquired this scroll of mental strike. Is there a way for me to actually learn spells?
So you'd have to have the magic talent. What you could do is you could use that scroll as like a single-use item. You basically read the words on the scroll, and the spell would go off. You'd have to pay the willpower cost, but it would work once, and then the scroll would crumble in your hands or turn to ash or something. So it is something that you could use one time, but you would have to take the heroic ability, the magic talent, in order to actually learn that, to be able to cast it repeatedly.
Got it.
What about Pio? Does Pio stay up, or does Pio... Pio wanted a bed,
Immediately
right?
to bed.
So if we all want to do that full night's rest, we can. I think that's the bed icon. That will recover all of your stuff. Nice. That should be everybody recovered. When you wake up, you can still hear the sounds downstairs of people talking, and a few people are asking about the Van Waldens, and where is Conrad? Why isn't he here? Why isn't he helping with this? Has he fallen victim to what has befallen Gloomshire? And then you hear gossip about your party, about that strange company that arrived and went down into the well and came up all battered and bruised, and was that Von Walden armor I saw on that frog? One of them whispers, and they say, no, that's in the mausoleum, in the cemetery. Why would they have that? But you can hear people are talking about your group. And maybe Peel. Maybe you're the first one downstairs. You were probably the first one to bed. You're first to rise and hungry, and they've got some of those fried dragonflies that Zaba liked so much. They still have some set aside for you if you want some.
Absolutely.
Nice and crunchy. Still have the wings on them. And when you come downstairs, the lower room at the Slippery Fox goes quiet, and all eyes are on you for a few steps, and then they start to whisper, and the sound level begins to rise again. But you get the sense that they were just talking about you.
I think Pio will sort of puff out her chest and sort of walk towards one of the people that was staring at her.
And they look away immediately.
And she'll furrow her brow, but she won't press the issue. She'll walk to one of the open seats, and wait for her company to slowly start rising while reading a book.
Yeah, they wither under your gaze, like, oh, she knows we were talking about her. Like, don't make eye contact. And they're looking out the window or looking down at their foot, like that's the most interesting thing in the world as you draw near. And there's always a sense of like ungratefulness. Like, these people don't realize what you've gone through. You nearly died yesterday, and these people they don't realize. Like, if they don't see your works right now, what good are you? You begin to think, like, how can they be so ungrateful? But then you realize they're frightened, and they've probably had hope before, but that hope never lasts. And the people that come to try and bring them hope, they never last either. Either they leave or are taken and never seen from again. And maybe you steel yourself and think, I'm not going to be like them. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to prove them wrong and see this place brought back
Yes.
up.
Pio would be brave.
Excellent. As the rest of you slowly rise and come down, Flavius, you are approached by the young woman that was in here the previous night, and she was lamenting the loss of her husband, Jurgen, who has gone missing at the behest of Conrad von Walden. He had gone to do work on the Temple of the Blue Flame in the graveyard and has not been seen since. And you see her, she's back in here, and she's got a little pot, or a little bowl of, looks like some sort of gruel or oatmeal, and she's just kind of stirring it absent-mindedly, not really eating it, just sort of moving it around with her spoon, like she's just too bereft to even try to eat at this time. But she knows that she should, but she just can't quite bring herself to put the spoon in her mouth. And she looks up at you, and you see a look of dwindling hope and resignation that her husband will not come home. Do you say anything to her?
Yeah, I think this is kind of touching to Flavius. He's young, he's optimistic and a bit naive, so I think he might try to cheer her up and just say, well, my lady, please take heart. We're already making progress, and, well, we are quite powerful. We will do what we must, and I believe we will find your husband.
If you do, it would mean the world to me. He is my entire world. Please don't let him slip from my grasp, as so many others have. Now, when Perlin, you're maybe the last to wake up. Everyone else has come downstairs. You can see they're all eating. Perlin, you had a rather strange dream in your sleep. In your sleep, you saw a flower, and it was a rose. A blue rose, in fact, and it was lovely. And then rapidly it began to wither, and you saw the petals of this blue rose turning dark from the ends, seeping down to the very roots of the petals. And as it withered, it began to wilt and lean to the side and then crumble away. And as all the black petals began to fall away, you saw that the very heart, the bud, was still blue. There was still color and life and vitality there. But the stem was rapidly turning dark, and then you awaken with a start. And that dream that is making the rounds in your unconscious mind as you come downstairs. And what do you
Yes.
make of that?
Well, perhaps could I use my knowledge of the myths and legends of the land to see if it
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
associated with any of the magic here?
Yeah. Do you push that?
No, I think Perlin simply takes it to mean that we must work quickly to see the blight on this village undone.
Yeah. So after we have eaten, we are all well rested. Where do we go and what do we do?
Flavius uses his new trick and he starts batting at the light.
Nice. Trying to catch it on
I
the
need to get my
table.
shield fixed. Yeah. Oh, if there's a blacksmith, I'd like to get the shield repaired.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, you can take that up to the barracks. They've got a smith that works up there full time. Or you could try odds and ends. They've got a little bit of everything there.
If you go to the smith, I will join you. I wish to sell my chainmail.
Well, we could try the barracks. They're not the most reliable humans.
Yes.
But maybe they're cheaper because they're crafty.
If you want to take that shield to the barracks, to a smith, you know that it's not going to be cheap to get that repaired, but it's not overly expensive. A new shield might cost you like 4 gold. They might do this repair for 1 gold or 10 silver. So it's still about 25% of the value of this shield, but it's still cheaper than trying to replace it wholesale. Do you go to the barracks, or do you want to try odds and ends? Or odd ends?
Let's do odds and ends, and we can always end up at the barracks if we need to.
You go to Odd Ends. It's run by Oddmar and Endla, an elderly couple. They're outside of their building. You see a tombstone, and it's carved, and it said Odd Ends on it. All of your grave goods and all of your goods for life. And then it says, guaranteed, coffin, keep the corpses from getting out. Don't get buried alive, is one of their little specials that they're running. When you go in, this older couple looks at you and, oh my, shall we fit you for a coffin, or have you come for something else?
Let's hold off on the coffins for now.
Very good. That shield is rather battered. We can fix that. Old Oddmar here is a bit of a smith.
What would that run, and how timely would that be?
Well, he could fix it here probably within the next 2 hours. Oddmar, how much for this? And he looks at it rather shrewdly, kind of rubbing the side of his cheek. 2 silvers seems the going rate right now. And you can make a bartering roll. You think that's a little on the expensive side.
Okay, let's take a look. Not the best at the bartering. Nope, just missed it.
Just missed it. You know that's expensive, but you've come into some money. Are you willing to spend it on this? Or do you go ask at the barracks?
We're here now.
So 2 silver, he'll get that repaired for you. It'll take a little bit of time, but he does it. He's like, I can do it while you wait, if you like. And let me fix your shield. Now, Flavius, did you want to sell the chain?
Yeah, that was the hope, this chainmail.
Yeah. He takes one look at the chainmail, and this is fine chainmail. Is this the gilded chainmail?
Yeah, I gave it a funny name, but we did say it was kind of fancy, which is why Flavius wanted it.
Yeah, he would. He'll give you a premium for this. You know that a normal suit of chain goes for about 50 gold, and he'll give you 55 for this. And you can try and talk him up with a bartering roll if you like.
Yeah, look at the epaulets.
Oh yeah, right. Look how fancy.
Yeah,
It's got
I
these
am
little,
wondering.
little pom poms that hang down from the sleeve. Sorry, what were you wondering?
Could Flavius spin like the tallest tale possible, and maybe make that a bluffing roll, like just completely lie about this armor?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you see, I found this in the tomb of a king. It's the finest chainmail there is. It is quite a premium.
He holds it up to the light. Oh, it's very fancy indeed. Reminds me of better days. Go ahead and make that bluffing roll. Yeah, you got it. He says, I suppose I can go a little higher than 55. 62. That's my final offer.
Very well. You have a deal, sir.
And he'll give you 62 gold for that. He says, hey, you don't fancy a little something extra, do you? I've got a few things here that maybe you might like. I don't know. Are you much for marksmanship? Do you like crossbows? I've come into a crossbow. It's at an estate sale. This fellow passed away, and well, he doesn't do much hunting now that he's dead. So I'd be more than willing to sell you his crossbow. This thing it's got to be 60 years old. No tarnish at all. This thing, I've seen him shoot a boar from 50 yards. Got him right through the eye. This thing buries that bolt deep into a foe. It's not for the faint-hearted, though. I couldn't let this go for any less than 300 gold.
Oh.
Well, it's quite a deal, sir. I know that crossbows are quite advanced technology. I've seen some fine things in the East, but I'm going to have to pass for now. While my eyes are sharp, I am not trained. You see, I'm young.
Ah, well, should you come into some funds, I'm sure that I'll still have this. No one in town has any money for anything like this, so perhaps it...
Actually, have a question
You guys have
related
any-
to that.
Yeah.
Yes, what is your question, sir?
I already have a crossbow of my own, but I was wondering if you had any silver-tipped bolts.
Silver-tipped bolt. Seems like a waste of good silver, if you ask me.
We could just melt down silver. That's the thought.
Oh, if you give me the silver, I'll dip some bolts in it, if you like. I can do that. I'd keep some for myself, because, I gotta fire up the forge and get the crucible out. And, it's hot work. And I think for, 30 silver, I can get you 12 arrows.
Oh, definitely, I can do that.
Yeah.
What's the conversion for?
So,
is it just 10 to 10?
Yeah, yep. So 10 gold would be 30 silver. Let me make a...
10 gold is 30 silver.
Wouldn't it be 3 gold, or am I bad at math? I'm bad at math.
Sorry. 3 gold would be 30 silver. Yeah, I'm sorry. You are correct. And then I will...
Do they have helmets or anything else kind of lying around?
They absolutely do. Let me put this quiver of silver tipped arrows right here. Perfect. Let me see what he's got helmet wise. He's got he has a great helm. He says, but this is very expensive. 100 gold for a great helm. I have this open helm, more of a skull cap. 12 gold. You can have that. Counts as a point of armor, you see.
And that's a reasonable, seems market rate, or is he marking it
12
up?
gold sounds about right. You could maybe talk him down to 10.
Let's see. Well, do you have anything of the incendiary variety?
A helm that incendiary.
No. Aside from the helm, I'm thinking if I buy something else, maybe you'll give me a discount on the helm.
Well, I've got some oil. I've got some torches, some flint and steel. I don't know specifically what you're looking for, but
Do we have oil, the group? Do we need oil? I think I could procure some. If I purchase some oil, could I get a discount on that or the helm?
Of course. And oil, you're looking. Let's see. I got oil, and it's under light source. Flask of oil. Lamp oil is 3 silver for a lamp oil. Says, if we do 12 gold, tell you what, I'll throw in 3 flasks of oil. 12 gold. You get the open helm and 3 flasks.
You got a deal.
Excellent. And I'll put that on your character sheet. He says, you did mention incendiary, and his wife says, tell him what you got.
Yeah, do you have any explosive flasks? I'm in the market for those.
She says, yes, we've just come across something like that. Let me put down, you got 3 of these lamp oils. And I'll put an open helm on there. Put that right there.
Oh, I should have just given you my open helm because I'm not going to use it. Shoot.
All right.
Sorry.
You may use it one day.
Didn't fit my froggy head.
Well, you can sell it.
Yeah, true.
Says, yes, we have these flasks here. But you gotta be very careful. They're combustible, you see. 25 gold. We'll sell you one of these. You throw it, it causes damage to everything nearby, including wooden structures, or people, or animals, anything.
What attribute or skill would we be using over the table to throw something like that?
So there's no throw skill. I might say just an agility roll to throw it. You could do because weapons will have a thrown score, and it's just kind of your weapon skill. I might say I usually just do an agility roll just to see if it lands where you want it to land, or if it doesn't. But there's no real rule for if you throw something, what skill do you use? It typically will default to the skill of the weapon.
All right, I'll leave that up to somebody else then.
Yeah, I'll buy one.
I am quite agile. I may buy one. But then it's 1d4. I'm probably not going to buy that.
Yeah, I'll buy one.
Would you guys think that fire is more harmful to the undead?
Yeah, in fact, you would know that fire is the bane of undead. They the things that we fought, they took half damage from normal weapons. They would take full damage from fire.
The swords do more even with that.
I'm willing to chip in. You can have 25 of my gold if someone wants to purchase an extra one.
This is like a default gear item that comes with the Demon Hunter. That's why I was looking for it.
Yeah, kind of a good thing for you. In fact, I had to add it into Foundry, as the Demon Hunter is not a native class, but I put that in there for you. If you want some other potions, they do have healing potions and the like. 50 gold for those, they say.
How much gold did we all get?
55 each.
I guess I'll buy one of the healing potions then.
I'll put that into the chat. If you want to buy one, you can subtract the gold and just drag and drop that into your inventory from the chat.
What about bandages?
They absolutely have bandages. And bandages, so normally when you were down and dying, we had to make a healing roll, and it's with a bane unless you have bandages. If you have bandages, it gets rid of the bane. And bandages are relatively inexpensive. You get 10 bandages, so 10 uses, and it's 5 silver.
I will buy surgical instruments if the healer wants it.
Yeah, surgical instruments are great because that gives you a boon on a healing roll.
I don't know who's good at healing.
Bandages.
I have a 10 in healing.
Well, it's pretty good with a boon. I mean, a boon and bandages. Yeah. You'd be healing with a boon, maybe with music as well. You'd probably succeed.
I think Perlin has a 15 in healing.
Do you have surgical instruments?
No, I don't think Perlin has even bandages.
Well, master, call it a gift. I'll get bandages too. Call it a gift for teaching me this lovely light. Thank you.
Yeah, 15
Oh,
gold
yes.
for
Yes,
surgical
thank you.
instruments.
Yep, I've already subtracted it.
Excellent.
How much for the bandages?
5 silver.
5 silver. Okay, yeah, so you can have bandages too.
So I think I'll get bandages too.
Yep, I got some as well.
It's funny, nobody ever buys them until the first time someone's down and dying, and then every party stocks up on bandages. Super useful.
And then there's the matter of this stone. Would anyone like to see if our blacksmith here would be willing to forge a weapon anew with this magical stone?
Yeah, Ogmar looks at it and says, I could fit this into the hilt of a sword, or perhaps the haft of an axe, or the handle of a morning star. Pretty much any sort of weapon that would look best with this stone. I could put that in there. I would. It is labor, and my hands do hurt some from having to melt down this silver. I suppose I could do it for 6 gold. Or I'll buy that stone off you.
Would be best to use it for ourselves. We were sore for magic weapons in that battle.
Yeah,
I'm
it'd be
happy
good to
to
have-
put it into that morning store and give it to our duck pal.
You don't want a magic weapon, Pia?
I do, but if we want to put, I don't have hammers. I didn't take hammers.
It can
so-
go in any weapon though. A sword.
You can put it in your short sword.
Take it.
Well, we could put it into my short sword, but I thought it would be best in the morning star. But I'll take it in the short sword.
You do have the leaping. You're like pretty good. Makeda's more of a tank, I think. I don't know. It's up to you guys, really.
Yeah, I don't-
It's
I don't
good
think
either
it's
way. Just having a magic weapon in the party is vital.
Yeah.
I'll take it then. That's fine with me.
Okay, I'm going to add.
Do they have a long sword that I could buy and we could put it into the long sword and make it better?
Yeah, they would sell you a long sword if that's what you chose.
How much is a long sword in terms of
Take a
gold?
look. Let's see, a long sword.
25 gold.
25
Allow me to pay it if you like. You paid for the stone.
Sure.
You could also sell your chainmail, probably, or trade if you're not using it.
Oh, I'm using my chainmail. Just not the helmet. I
Oh,
could
the
sell the
helmet.
helmet as well.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
Perlin will look a bit sad and disappointed as he gives up one of his shiny objects he's been mesmerized over.
But you'll be
Questioning
able
this.
to see it in the in Pio's longsword.
Oh, nice.
Now, a magical longsword needs a name. We can't just call it longsword. So, Pio, what would you call this weapon?
I think that Pio would agonize over naming a weapon because she doesn't know if she's got enough. So named weapons are possessed by only the most valorous knights, and she still feels that she's quite low on the knight totem pole. So I think she would agonize over it, and she would not have a name, and she would hope that the name eventually revealed itself over time.
Ooh.
Well, I'm going to name it Leaping Thunder.
Nice.
So let me. I'm gonna adjust this. So let's change it to Leaping Thunder, and then you can, of course, change that name if a better name suits you. Now you get to do some additional fire damage with this. Now I can't do 2d4 plus 1d8. It won't let me do that plus 2d8 plus 1d4. It won't let me do that in Foundry. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change it. So your range would be, it normally does 2d8, so that would be between 2 and 16, but it's going to do between 3 and 20. So I'm going to just say it does 4d5 points of damage. We'll take it from between 4 and 20 points of damage that it can do. So I'm just adjusting the damage here on Foundry. And now you have Leaping Thunder equipped. Excellent.
Great. Thank
And
you, everyone.
that ruby absolutely sparkles in that blade when he hands it over.
I think Pio's eyes sparkle as she looks at it in the pommel of the blade.
And
Worthy blade, worthy knight.
Perlin, give me a will roll as you see your shiny thing now belongs to someone else. Ooh. Do you covet that, Perlin?
No, I think that perhaps as it gets handed over, he paws at it, wishing that he could hold it and roll it around on a table as he likes to do with all shiny things. But ultimately, he knows that it'll serve us well in the hands of the knight, so he will be glad that we now have a magic weapon to vanquish the undead with.
Well, Oddmar sees you kind of dejected at giving over that stone. He says, I have something for you. And he pulls out a little glass marble, and he hands it to you. And it's got some swirly bits on the inside, and it's very smooth and round, and this thing rolls magnificently on the floor or on a table or anywhere you put it. The value is, 1 copper piece, but it's very shiny and very beautiful, and the way it catches the light just strikes you very, very dearly. Says, here you
Oh,
go,
well,
Captain.
this is a very fine thing, sir. I will pay you handsomely for it, and Perlin will give him a piece of gold.
Ooh. And his wife says, give that back. He says, no. It means a lot to him. And he pockets that little piece of gold and says, here, have another. In fact, I'm going to, if you want, you can add a bag of marbles as he hands you several of them in a little pouch. If you want to add that to your character sheet, you can.
Yes, this brings Perlin much joy. He will spend many times playing with them on tables as he paws them off and watches them shine in the light.
That will never annoy the rest of the party, I'm sure.
I noticed that we didn't. Do we have other sources of light other than the one that we used? Because I did notice that things were pretty dark unless one person was moving around.
So Flavius and
got a light.
Perlin can cast light, and then
Okay.
In fact, I could give my oil lamp to somebody now that I have a magic light. That might be a good idea. I've got 9 charges of lamp oil and an oil lamp if anybody needs it.
Oh, nice. I'll
That would
take
be
the
2
lamp
weight.
oil.
I can put perfect. And then if you want to drag those off the chat, you should be able to drag those onto your character sheet, Pio.
The lamp oil comes with 10 doses, but I did use one in the tomb, so it would have 9.
And I'll get that on there for you. Nice. Let me do a let's see. I'll put 9 in there, and then I'm going to adjust the weight so otherwise it's going to weigh a ton.
Great, thank you.
Perfect. That will be better. Excellent. Anything else you want to do here in town? Anywhere else you want to go visit, or any more purchases you want to make?
One last thing, a bit of an odd request. You wouldn't happen to have any playing cards, would you?
Playing cards? I fancy games myself. Of course I've got playing cards. Do you want the ones with the naked ladies on them? I've got those. And the wife smacks him in the back of the head. No, I can't let those go.
Oh, well, that's a shame, but very well.
Here, I've got a deck that has been only used a few times, but I've won many a hand with this deck. And he pulls out a set of lovely playing cards. 5 silver, and it's all yours.
It's a deal. You've been a good friend, sir. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Your money spends well here. Come back when you have more.
Be the first place I visit.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Anything else you want to do here in Gloomshire?
Have we investigated the council hall at all?
No, we've not been to the council hall. If
You
you walk past there, it's a rundown 2-story building, and It looks like it's probably not really used much for council meetings. In fact, it looks moldy from the outside. There's mildew. If you peer in through one of the windows, the floors are sagging. You're guessing that whatever town meetings they have don't take place here.
Okay. I wonder who would be in the council hall then, if town meetings don't take place there.
You want to search it?
Yeah, I kind of want to see why the town is so cool with having just a vampire and like a very obvious situation with their like cemetery.
Yeah, the door is not locked. You can go in, and the smell is pretty offensive. It's a strong mold and mildew smell. You see the floors sagging. In one area, it looks like the floorboards have begun to rot through, and you can see black mold clinging to it. There is a set of stairs that lead down through a small doorway. Looks like it goes down into a basement area.
We want to explore the basement, or maybe up in the... Looks like there's a tower, too.
There's a top tower there.
Let's try the basement first.
As Pio begins to head down the stairs creak beneath your feet, and you hope that they'll hold your weight. Everything in here looks like it's in a place of great decay. And you hear a banging coming from downstairs.
Oh.
Similar to that sound we heard in the Von Walden mansion?
Yeah, very similar to that.
I think Pio will gesture for everyone to gather up, and I guess we'll try to figure out what to do with the banging sound. Do we want to try to, like, release the banging sound? Like, free whatever's there?
Is there a door? Can we see?
Yeah, there is a door. The banging's not coming from the door. Something inside the room is banging. And do you open that door carefully? You can make a sneaking roll if you want to open it very carefully.
Perhaps we should light some fires and prepare our weapons before we confront whatever might be in here.
Yeah, I was thinking
Great
maybe
idea.
if they were all bunched up, I could toss an explosive flask on them.
Are you just gonna, like, breach, bang, and clear? Just open the door and throw it,
Exactly.
close the door?
Yeah.
You find out it's a room full of orphans.
Right?
Right.
They get the experience points. Do you kick the door in, go in blazing, or do you take the stealthy
Shoot
approach?
from the hip.
We can go wild, just blow a war horn in. Just really go for it.
Ooh,
Oh,
Zala.
nice.
Ooh, well done.
You get down, and you know this door is going to squeak when you open it, but there's a keyhole. And maybe you decide, let's peek through the keyhole first. And down here it's dark, but you can begin to make out shapes. It looks like there are 6, basically coffins, large rectangular boxes, and that's where the sound is coming from.
Are they all bunched up?
They are. Yep, they are stacked right next to one another.
All right. So I think maybe I'll try to open the door and try to throw my flask right on the center one.
Nice. Give me an agility roll for that flask.
Wait, is everyone okay with me doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
They're all standing behind you, just, with popcorn.
Nice.
Nice. You take the explosive flask, and you hold it carefully, because you know what happens if you drop this or shake it too much. And you toss it, and you see it slowly rotate in the air, and it lands with a crash, and this This blue-green flame spills over all 6 of the caskets, and they immediately erupt in flame. You hear a high-pitched shrieking sound, almost like fat sizzling in a pan, as you see arms break through the coffin. The arms catch fire. It's rotting flesh on bones as the arms come up, and they immediately blacken and wither, and this acrid black smoke begins to rise up. And it seems like it takes minutes, but you know it's only seconds before that pounding and the shouting and the squealing stops. And then there's just that black smoke in the basement spilling up the stairs, and everything is blackened and still. And you see through the smoke those 6 coffins burnt down and the bodies cremated in there. Presumably the city council. They look like men and women once wearing fine clothing, some in dresses, some in tailored outfits. This must be what happened with the city council.
And no one's checked up on them.
Nope. They all seem to want Conrad to make things right.
Goodness. Can I investigate the room for...
Yeah. You put your hand over your nose and mouth. The smoke is thick. Give me a spot hidden roll as you come in.
So these were just like undead zombies, not like vampires.
No, these didn't seem to be vampires. They seem to be more zombies or the living dead. And Pio, as you walk in, you see there's a desk in here, and there's a piece of parchment on the desk, and it seems to be signed by 6 individuals. The first signature says Audra Voss, Mayor, and the rest of them are all listed, some men, some women, and this looks like a last will. And it says in here that they cede their power over to Conrad von Walden. May he reign and rule over the town in wisdom. Now, give me an intelligence roll.
I'll push it.
Yeah.
I'll push it. I'll take angry. I'll take disheartened.
I think I would be disheartened seeing this. Yeah. So looking at this, you can tell the signatures are very shaky. You think that this was probably signed not of their free will, but maybe they were forced to sign this.
Oh.
Maybe forced to cede their power to Conrad von Walden. And
I wonder if that was at Conrad's behest or his parents.
Good question.
All right. She will grab the paper and she will bring it back to someone who's smarter than her and hand it to like Perlin and ask him what he makes of it, whether or not he thinks Conrad could be in on the scheme to take over the town, or...
Perlin, give me a languages roll as you read some of the legalese in this contract. Some of it's difficult to understand what they're saying. You're welcome to push that, but as you read through, some of it just doesn't quite make sense to you. Like, why would they do this? Why give up a city council, with a good representation of the people? Why would they simply hand it over to this person, this young man? And then you see in there part of the reason, and it sounds like the shift from city council to the von Waldens. There's a word in there, perpetuity, and that just means forever. That they are giving the city over to the Van Waldens forever. And there's no list there of, concessions. What do they give up? It just basically says, Von Waldens now run the place. And there is something there about the Von Walden family. And as you're reading it, something just doesn't sit well. And it's something about when it mentions Conrad von Walden, it doesn't mention the rest of his family, doesn't mention his parents. And there's a date on this, and the date was 2 years ago. And looking at the date, Conrad would have been like 15 or 16. You think there's no way they would have just simply done this. And then you see down in the very bottom corner of the last signature, and the reason this sticks with you is because of your dream. As the last name trails off, they have embellished it to look like a little rose. And it's like the rose you saw in your dream. This is in black ink, and you're reminded of that blackness as that blue rose rotted away. And you wonder if perhaps this isn't some sort of clue given to you by this city council member before they gave over their power, then presumably gave over their life.
Yes, it seems that a very dark power might be at work here. I would definitely agree that the council members did not sign over this power willingly. Rather, it was likely a spell that might have forced them to sign over this deed.
And that's an excellent place to end the session.
Interesting.
Let's go back to our landing page. And we'll do some improvements. So in addition to any dragons or demons that you may have rolled, we didn't have a ton. There was only a couple of them. You can choose 5 additional skills. And we will do those improvement rolls. Let's start with Flavius. If you are ready, we can do your skill improvements.
See. Oh, damn.
On a 19 and rolled off.
Ah.
Oh, man. There we go. Nice. Sword
This one
goes
has
up.
to
That's a
succeed,
good
I
one.
swear.
And
just
animism.
barely.
Yeah, by one number, you got it. How about Pio? If you're ready, we can do your improvement rolls as well.
Sure. Is it 5?
Yeah, 5 additional ones, in addition to any dragons or demons that may have already shown up on there.
That's 4, and then I will do also or awareness. Okay, so let's do swords. How do I
just left click on the little up arrow, and it will roll that improvement roll.
Oh, so close to that
rats.
dragon.
That 17 would have been nice. And that one goes up. Nice. Spot hidden improves. Myths and legends goes up.
Come on, evade.
Evade's a good one. Oh, you needed to beat a 12 and you rolled a 12. And how about awareness?
And then awareness. Oh, okay.
Rats. But your
All
myths
right.
and legends and your spot hidden improved. How about Perlin? If you are ready, we can do your skills. And do you want to try to learn a spell, or do you want to improve your animism?
No, Perlin will use his animism checkmark to learn a new spell.
Okay. And what spell do you want to try to learn? Your healing doesn't go up. You even used healing successfully.
Ooh.
This is not when we want dragons. We want demons here. We
Oh,
want to
right,
roll,
demons.
Yeah, we want to roll above our scores here. So the higher our score, the harder it is to improve. Persuasion goes up. That's good. You used it well against the vampires. Spot hidden. Oh, you have a 16. Man, that's high.
And then I will, yes, I will use my animism checkmark to learn the, I believe it's restoration.
Okay, so you just need to make a languages roll.
Yes, the restoration one. It's on the scroll that we found in the mansion.
Okay.
And Perlin will use his
Pyramid of Clarity.
Pyramid of Clarity, yes.
Oh, got a dragon. Nice. Yep, you definitely learned the spell. I've added that onto your character sheet. How about Zaba? If you're ready, we can do your improvements.
Yep. That's awareness. Oh, no. Evade. No.
Ugh.
Sneaking.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. You use.
Nope.
No,
Oh, no.
wait, you have 6.
Oh, you have a 15. Rats.
Yep.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
And
Come on.
okay, track crossbows.
There
That
we
goes
go.
up. Nice.
Nice. And swords,
Swords would be
please.
great.
Please.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah!
That's what we want. Perfect. So the 2 really good ones. Let's go to McCander. We'll do your improvement rolls.
Real quick, did Flavius want to learn a spell this time around?
I didn't. I mean, because I don't really know how learning spells works. I did upgrade my animism, but I probably would try to have learned a spell instead of doing that if I could. And I thought it takes like a shift or something.
We'd have time here in town before we get into doing other things. You could learn a magic trick for sure without needing to use an advancement mark. If you have a teacher, it's an intelligence roll with a boon to try to learn. Nice spot hidden, healing, and evade, and awareness. Oh, not hammers. How about swords? Oh, no. You got a bunch of the smaller ones up, but not your big ones there, McCander.
Is there a way? Can I retcon my special ability and change battle cry for defensive?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me swap that over for you. Let's dump that on here. Defensive. Perfect. There we go. And then Flavius, did you want to learn a spell? I think your animism went up, but we can lower
Can we dial that
down
back
to 6.
Yeah.
Let's put that back down to 6.
He would try to learn a spell.
So it's an intelligence roll with a boon.
Gotta prove his father proud. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, we'll take the dragon.
Wow.
What spell are you learning from Perlin?
What rank 1 spells do you have?
Perlin would likely either teach Flavius the treat wound spell or perhaps the banish spell. Those are, I find, to be the most useful, especially when fighting the undead.
Yeah, I agree. I think Flavius would probably prefer to learn the healing, the treat wound. But you are the master. I'm bow to your wisdom. There's a lot of undead in these lands.
Yes, I could teach you that if you do wish. I could also show you the lightning spell. I know some general magic, such as dispel or ensnaring roots, is another useful one. But I think treat wound is a very good one.
Yes, I agree. I have no healing talents naturally, so having the magic would be good. Well, if you will have me, I would hope to learn much from you, as long as you will teach me.
Yes, of course. I found that the tea you made was very good. I think you would make an excellent apprentice.
Wonderful. It's a deal.
Excellent. I've added treat wounds to your character sheet, Flavius, so you now have access to that spell. Any questions from anyone before we sign off for the day? We now have a better feeling of maybe what's going on in Gloomshire. It sounds like this Conrad von Walden is he's a real piece of work. He's basically gotten the town to sign over governorship to him, and now he's not here, and there's some strange stuff going on in the graveyard, and there's still this dream that Perlin has about this blue rose. And we've heard about we've seen the Temple of the Blue Rose there in the graveyard and heard about Fiona fighting this demon Morrigan in ages past and giving her life to banish Morrigan. But then in Conrad's study in the mansion, we saw that it seems like he's trying to bring Morrigan back, and maybe that's causing the undead to rise. And if we can stop Conrad or stop Morrigan, maybe there's hope for Gloomshire after all. Any questions before we sign off? All right, well, I will get the video posted here in just a couple of minutes, and I will see you all next week.